I just wanna love you. No one's gonna the way I do. Hey, what's good? What's good? Happy Wednesday. Oh man. What a day, what a day. What a day, what a day. What's happening? Oh, my mic was messed up. Damn. I just did a whole recording. My mic messed up. That's cool though. You'll get the message. What's good with it? You motherfucking tired. I hear you. What up though? I feel you. Hopefully we can wake you up. Is a debate a replay? Nah, it's live. We live. Deep Seek. I saw Deep Seek. What is Deep Seek? I don't even know what that is. I saw it pop up. I saw the word. I didn't even pay it no mind. I was doing some other shit. I got your email too. I checked it out today or yesterday. Navigate to the altar was talking shit about you. Navigate to the altar is a weirdo. And send this live to him. Tell him to come in here and stop being a weenie. Y'all can send this live. Thanks, Astrid. China AI, okay. Imagine saying this as a man. Yeah. What's the beef? You think only women recognize how fucking terrible men are and have been? That's a weird take. Like, as a man, I should be like, I don't think you guys understand how you tell on yourself every time. So essentially, what I'm getting from this is see, okay, we'll mute you for the live. You can come up if you want to, brother. But essentially, what I get from this is like you guys say like, oh, like this one dude just said like, oh, imagine saying this as a man, like as if I'm on a side because I was born with a fucking penis. Like, I don't care if I have a penis or not. The shit that men be doing is fucked up. Yep, I'm a man. I recognize it. You like, what's the problem in that? That's what I'm saying. Like, y'all telling yourselves every time you only value your maleness because you feel like that's the thing that gives you power. So when a man says something and challenges that, then you like, well, you're supposed to be on my side. You have a penis like me. It's like, nah, fool. I'm not a fucking idiot. I'm not an idiot. That's literally a side. Okay, Big Heen. I would love to know. Y'all can't be in here. Y'all can't be in here tapping. Why y'all be so afraid, huh? Why y'all be so scared? Y'all be so afraid, so nervous, so bold in the comments, but so nervous to come up and yap. I will never understand that shit. Damn, my eyelashes, motherfuckers is long. I don't know what's going on with these motherfuckers?
Yeah, what up, man? What's up, man?
You said hold up.
Hello, how you doing? How you doing?
Doing good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Yeah, I just want to talk about this topic.
Yes, by all means.
So like you're saying what did it say again? Masculinity should be banned, not tick.
The app you're on right now.
TikTok.
Yeah.
Okay. It shouldn't be banned.
Okay.
Because masculinity is the founder of civilization.
No, it's not.
Yeah. There was no such thing as femininity creating civilization.
Yes, it is. And femininity wasn't, masculinity and femininity were not they were created after civilization was already created. So masculinity didn't found civilization. I don't know what you're talking about. Femininity. Yeah.
Femininity was just it never happened beforehand.
Yes, it did.
They were literally, do you know the women? They just would stay at home.
They didn't stay at home.
So do you think? So you're basically saying femininity should take over?
Yeah, sure.
In all people, do you think we reached that point in civilization?
We never should have. Masculinity has always been a net negative on society. Always.
But like there's people like NBA Youngboy that's very masculine. He's masculine and he makes beautiful music and that's gross. It's gonna be one band.
Oh man, the trolls be funny. Y'all be saying
Kendrick Lamar, he says he has a very strong voice, masculine voice.
Mm-hmm.
He said in Baka, you got a weird case. Yeah.
Go ahead, Six Figures. I'm gonna let Six Figure go. If you want to troll, you can stay up here, but I'm probably not gonna talk to you.
Quiet, I'm sorry.
I got you. Go ahead, Six Figure.
Yo, what's up?
I'm good, man. Chilling. What's good with you?
Yeah, what's the question?
You came up here without reading the prompt, or
see how men are useful? How
are men useful? Yeah.
Oh.
You want to take a second? You want me to come back to you?
Yeah, I'll be back. I'm at work right now.
Okay. Go ahead, Carson.
Hi. I just want to say I love your prompt. I agree with you, especially when it comes to toxic masculinity, which all of these individuals that you have up there do display.
Mm-hmm.
I think we have an epidemic right now in America amongst young boys or young men and even older men that's being like exasperated by these figures that they seem to idealize, like everyone behind you, Andrew Tate, all these different people. And I think that it's just like fueling the misogyny in America. I think that we have like an actual epidemic going on with these men.
I disagree.
Same. LOL.
But yeah, can I say why I disagree?
No.
Because your point.
No, you can let her finish.
My bad.
Yeah, let her finish, dude.
Yeah.
I was masculine.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Like, men can be useful when it comes to like contributing within family and things like that, you know, like healthy, not toxic men. But I think that, like I was saying, like this whole incel Twitter community, and I just think we have an actual epidemic going on amongst young men. You see it even with like children in school. You have a lot of teachers speaking out about it. Like they have young boys saying all these crazy things that they've heard from Andrew Tate or whatever. I think for some reason they have like a superiority complex. And someone said, yeah, it is worldwide as well, for sure. But I'm speaking like specifically here in America. Yeah, I think it's a big problem, and it's getting harder and harder to find men who can see it, and who denounce it and don't participate in that culture.
Yeah, I don't think it's a new phenomenon. I think I disagree. I think that
no, it's not. I think it has been exasperated.
I don't
lately.
think. Yeah, lately. Okay, within the last, I think we were trending I think we were trending upward. As far as like moving away from it at some point in time in the last decade or so. And then definitely with like the Andrew Tates and the Fresh and Fits and the, Kevin Samuels and, all these people.
Donald Trump
and all
saying
these,
grab her by the P word, all these things that excuses, it's actually really dangerous because it's not just like the superiority complex when it comes to like thinking that they're better than women and that they can control women, but it's also leads to more like SA because you have like the head of the United States saying that you can do whatever you want. The people that accused me of saying them are just lying. They're crazy.
Yeah.
So I think it feeds into these men and these boys who already want to take the side of the abuser.
Yeah.
And it just gives them more reason to like doubt women, shame women, and actually essay them with no repercussions.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I want to be clear. I think that, and I've stated this many a times, I don't think women in the last 1,000 years have had as much autonomy as they have right now, right? I think that this is not a pat on the back to men. It's just pointing out how far we still have to go. Like, I think that the boys and the men nowadays are, in America specifically, are less misogynistic than we were even in my, even when I was a younger man or a boy or whatever, right? But with all that being said, like you said, there's still rampant neglect. There's still violence against women and all of this stuff, even though we were at the very least, we were trending upward. But now I feel like we have changed course and we've gone back. Same thing with racism, right? Racism, I feel like it was getting better for a minute and now it's going right back to, we're going to end up in 1945 before we know it. So yeah, I agree. I don't think it's the thing. I just want to make sure is I don't think it's new, and I don't think
it's not.
And I don't
new.
think hold on, wait. I don't think it's new, and I don't think it's an American issue. I think it's a global phenomenon. But I want to move on to you can.
Yeah, I agree with you.
You could respond poop. And then and then I'm gonna let the old boy at the bottom respond, and then we'll go to dope. Go ahead.
I'm just gonna say, like, have you guys noticed how like you're like low-key speaking for her, dude? That's not very feminist, dude. That's just not. Okay. It's not cool, dude.
Cool.
I don't know what you're doing, dude. This is just messed up.
Mm-hmm.
This is just hacked up, dog. You know what I mean? These women, dude, they just need to be respected. And stuff like that. Andrew Tate, what a bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
Donald Trump, what a bad apple, you know?
Yeah.
So true. Now you can let the other guy speak.
Yeah.
I think he's smarter than me.
Yeah, I want to talk about this topic. Yeah, I think like as Poop said, yeah, he said a couple good points. Honestly,
he said a couple good points, huh? Okay.
Yeah, I would say like femininities. That's not going to help out the communities in Australia.
Plural?
In India.
Femininities?
Yes,
plural?
It's not going to grow. It's not going to grow the country. I feel like.
Wait, what? I don't understand your statement. Can you repeat it?
You said
I just real quick. Hold on, real quick. Poop and the great. Oh wait. If you guys want to troll, all I ask, because I get trolls all the time, I just want you guys to be funny. Right, you have to like. This might not be the live. This might not be the live to troll in because I don't think you understand the topic well enough to troll. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not trolling.
Mm-hmm.
Feminism is serious.
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's a serious topic. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah. So we're gonna move on to dope. Go ahead, dope, and then yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'm super confused as to why this is even a topic, and I kind of want to ask Carson, you said something about toxic men, but what do you think makes a toxic man? Because I don't want to make it anecdotal, but just overall, I think that most people can agree that masculine men, like actual masculine men, not the show pony alpha males, self-proclaimed alpha males on the internet.
Mhm.
But I mean actual masculine men in our lives are who are like the backbone of the family. They make us feel safe. I feel like the feminine men who like to argue with women and come on the internet and do all that Andrew Tate, Kevin Samuel stuff are the problem.
So you think women are
fuck with
combative?
masculine.
Dope. You think women are combative?
A lot of us are very hurt, and we wear that on our sleeve. Yeah,
That's not what
I realize it.
Yeah, that's not what I asked you. You think out of the two sexes, out of the genders, right? You think that that women are combative?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
I'm sorry, but you're part of the problem.
So true.
How?
You're because you're coming up here with the sole question of, can I explain why toxic masculinity is bad?
No,
That's not what she said.
I can't do that
to you.
That's not what she asked you
No.
though, Carson, just FYI. She didn't ask you why is toxic masculinity bad. She was basically just asking where does it come from, and also comparing masculine men versus feminine men. And
Did she ask where it comes from, or did
That's
she
what-
ask
that's-
what I thought a toxic?
yeah, that's what I was getting to, what she was saying, where does it start? You know what I mean? But I could be wrong. But yeah, go ahead.
For me, a toxic man would be someone who has like a superiority complex, that he believes that he's intrinsically better than a woman, that a woman should quote unquote be submissive to him. Someone who is misogynistic and sides with the abuser instead of protecting and believing the woman.
Mhm.
Someone who is racist. A lot of the misogyny also joins up with racism, and even white supremacy. We're seeing that embolden. So that's just a couple things.
I would agree to all of that being toxic in men, but I would also argue that that's not what masculinity is. That's a more feminine man.
What is masculinity?
Masculinity is like solid, the foundation of the family, strong work ethic, leadership. He's not argumentative. He doesn't, all of the things that she just listed, he's the opposite of that.
Would you say that most men fit that? Are most men masculine?
Okay. Maybe, I don't know.
No.
I don't know if I could put a number on it.
I didn't ask you to put a number on it. I said, do you think most men are masculine? Based on what you just said, I'm saying, based on the thing you just said, the criteria you established, are most men masculine?
Of all men, yes. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You agreed that, so what I listed was specifically toxic masculinity. I said nothing about masculinity in itself. So you can acknowledge that the majority of men do display traits of toxic masculinity. So I'm not sure what you're arguing here.
Okay, I guess toxic men are not masculine men. They're feminine men. So I don't understand why masculinity is a problem.
Dope.
No,
Hold on,
I
wait,
don't think-
Carson. Hold on, wait. I just got a question for her. Dope. What is toxic about femininity?
I mean, females just in general are more negative. That's
In what way?
That's psychologically.
Hold on. In what way? In what way are?
No, it's not. No, I'm saying like there's the yin and the yang. That you could, if you go back to philosophy class in Eastern philosophies, that's just what.
No, I'm asking you, Dope. How are women negative? What is negative about femininity? Name the negative characteristics about femininity.
We're less likely, like primitively, we're less capable to defend ourselves than men. So men don't piece things together. They don't have that like pessimism in them, like built in, unless they were traumatized first. Whereas women, we have intuition. So we always connect dots sometimes that don't need to be there if we have trauma, but we're better at piecing. We just have different strengths and weaknesses.
Can I ask you a question? When you say that women had trauma, who traumatized women?
Well, it depends. Some women have.
Hold on, man. Wait, Dope. When I ask you straightforward questions and you like When you know the answer and you don't answer, then you know that you look like you're lying, right? Just so you know that.
No, I'm not.
I know. I don't. I just want you to know. I'm giving you the grace. I'm saying I'm not saying you're lying. I'm saying it looks like you're lying because I feel like you know the answer to the questions that I'm asking you. And like in other questions I ask you, when I ask you what was masculinity, you answer really fast. I ask you what was bad about femininity, you haven't given me a direct answer. You see what I'm saying? So now I'm asking you.
Well, when a man is feminine, that's.
I know.
Scary.
So no. But why would it be scary? You see what I'm saying? Because that wouldn't make sense, right? So what I'm saying is you are saying that you've used the word women are traumatized. So I'm trying to figure out who traumatized these women.
Right. So some women got SA'd when they were little. Some women had
Who did it?
fathers. Me personally,
Who did it?
I have a mother wound because my mom was.
I got you. But
was
who
my
did it?
trauma. Do you know what I'm saying?
Who did it to most women, though? That's what I'm asking you. Who did it to most women?
I mean, I think it's equal, men and women.
Okay. So who
A lot of women can say that their mother was their first.
I got you. And who SA? Because you brought up SA. I love that you did that.
Yes.
Who is responsible for 98% of SA in the country?
Yeah, men.
Okay. Who is responsible for 85% of violent crimes in the country?
Probably men.
It is men. Who is responsible for the vast majority of abuse in a relationship? Physical, emotional, doesn't matter.
Documented, probably men.
Okay.
But I
I know. Wait, hold on. I just want to live in reality, not your anecdotal experiences. So, is it safe to say that, and when you said that women can't protect themselves, who can't they protect themselves from? Other women or men?
Yes, both.
No. Why wouldn't a woman be able to protect themselves from another woman? That doesn't make sense.
Because most of the time that happens in childhood. The older a woman gets, when she's aggressive and she's an abuser, she's more likely bitter and preying on a younger woman. That's just how women are.
So
you don't see that?
But that's the same thing with men then. It's the same logic then. Men can't protect themselves from men. So how can we protect ourselves from it? Doesn't.
That's true. That's true.
So men aren't the protectors then, based on your logic. Just so you like, that's what I'm saying. You have to be consistent.
Well, there's predators in both genders though.
I know, but who prays the most? I understand that women are bad sometimes. I understand that women can be extremely violent. I get all of that. I'm asking you.
The topic masculinity should be banned and not.
Can I say something?
Hold on, wait, Carson. Hold on. What are you saying?
Sorry.
What are you saying, though? Say it again.
I'm saying, so why is the topic masculinity should be banned instead of predatory behavior? Because masculinity that doesn't equate to predatory behavior in either gender.
It does though, because you just said that 98% of grapes and essays you agree that they're committed by men. So wouldn't that be a masculine trait?
So then what role does the woman play if the child tells her that this is happening and she doesn't remove her kid? And some women even engage in those acts.
Very few women engage in those acts. And the women who don't do anything, a lot of times can't do anything, right? Because they are also.
What they do is that masculinity in the woman?
No, I wouldn't call that masculine.
Okay, so then is it her femininity?
No, it doesn't have to be either or in every single case. Not everything is either masculine.
Masculinity should be banned. When it's not that, you're arguing predatory behavior. You're a male feminist that's saying masculinity should be banned when masculinity would heal a lot of these problems. It's predatory people that need to be banned.
Yeah, I think you don't understand the concept of masculinity or femininity, though. See what I'm saying? Because I've been asking you about both.
I would argue that you don't understand.
Okay, so what is the definition of masculinity?
Well, you tell me what masculinity. I just asked.
No. I'm not talking about my idea of masculinity. I'm saying what is the literal definition of masculinity?
Oh, I can't swipe to go look at another screen to look at the definition. I don't know.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like you don't. So wait. So already right there, we established that you don't know the definition of the word, and you're arguing for it, in favor of it. You don't think?
I think I've already provided my definition of the word.
No,
earlier.
I didn't ask you what your definition of it was, dope. I said, what is the definition of it? Right? You just made the assertion that you think that I don't understand masculinity. So I ask you a simple question. What is masculinity by definition? You don't know it, but I do. So right off the rip, I know that I know more about it than you. You don't know the definition of it. See what I mean? Like, this is simple. It's not a gotcha. It shouldn't have been. It should have been easy. Right? I'm just saying, like, don't say stuff like that to me. I do this every day. I understand what masculinity is. Go ahead, Carson.
So out of everything you said, Dope, I think we can all agree women can also be predators. But I think it's important to point out that you are actually blaming women for what's being done to them by men by your rhetoric, right?
That's not true.
That is what you're doing.
You actually are.
No, I literally did not. Women are predators themselves without men.
Yeah, we've already established this. Okay, but the vast majority of predators are male.
And what makes them and the reason why masculinity and the reason why masculinity should be banned, since you want to know, what makes men more predatory than women?
I don't think they are. I think they're less predatory than women.
Hold on, ma'am. You're contradicting yourself. So I'm gonna ask you the question. I know I'm gonna ask you the question again. 98% of SA is committed by men, correct?
That's what you say.
That's not what I say. That's what the FBI says, not me.
Okay. So documented crimes.
Documented.
Crimes.
Yes. Documented. I mean, if you don't take away the documentation, it probably goes up because you see what I'm saying? Like, because most women don't even report it. So if you take it away, it goes up, right? Okay, cool. So 98%. We can do this globally too. 98% of all violent crimes globally are committed by men. Globally. Right? So so that is my proof that men are more predatory than women. What is yours?
That's a little bit different because now you add in cultural relativism and then you're going to places like
I'm talking about wait. I'm talking about the culture. That's what I'm saying. Why do you think men are more predatory than women? Why do you think that? Then you don't know. Because you're lying, right? Because you're lying. That's what I said before. When you lie about something, when you say things that we all know not to be true, right? Then now you have to be branded a liar. You're lying. You know men are more predatory than women. What is your point in being up here? Like at this point, this is like now it's weird. Now I'm like, who are you? You work for an agency? Like, what is your point? You cannot get up here in 4K, admit that men great women more than initially. Now, when you see how it's poking a hole in your flawed logic, now you want to completely backtrack and say, no, I think it's equal.
Changed your premise.
I haven't changed anything.
You went from all crimes and then you said great. Yes, men.
I didn't go to all crimes. I never. Dope, you're lying again. I could replay it back. What I said. You want me to play it back? Because I never said all crimes. I said great. I started off with SA because you mentioned SA. I said, I'm so happy you mentioned SA. The first question I asked you about it was, who commits SA most at 98%? And then you, I would think men. And I said, yes, I agree. Then I said, hold on, why are you talking while I'm talking? Then I asked you, who commits most of the violent crimes at 85%, 85% in this country? And you said, probably men. And I agreed, right? So what are you talking about? I never said crime in general. I talked about two specific types of crime that would prove that men are more predatory than women. That's why I highlighted those two specific types of crime. Here you go lying again. Go ahead, Jacob.
Let me talk.
All right, go ahead, brother.
So I feel like in the Bible, like you have to think about how many people are Christian in this country.
I don't know.
I don't know. It's a lot of Christians in this country.
So what?
So it's like it says in the Bible, like that's what Christian people follow. So you have to follow it.
No, I don't. I'm not Christian. I don't care.
So like, I'm just saying.
I'm just telling you, I'm not Christian. I don't give a fuck. Next question.
There's more people.
I don't give a fuck about Christianity or the Bible. Move around. Talk about something else. I don't care. You can't use the Bible to justify abuse. I don't give a fuck. Move on to the next topic.
That's true.
Yeah.
My bad. Let me talk about the influx of let me ask you a question, yeah? Is like, do you think it's feminine to be like a construction worker? Is it feminine?
No. I don't think it's masculine I think it's a fucking job.
Is it feminine to work at an oil rig?
No. Why do you guys always talk about these jobs that you don't work? Who gives a fuck? Again, is it feminine to be? Is it masculine? I'm sorry. Is it feminine to be a nurse?
Yeah.
Why?
Mostly.
I know. Why is nursing feminine?
It's like a caring, like more like a nurturing. That's what
That's a part of it. But also, what do nurses have to do? Do they not have to do a lot of physical labor?
Yeah, they do. I can't lie. So it's like both.
Okay. So if that's what you're going to try to do with the fucking construction and all of that bullshit, then what makes nursing any less masculine than being a construction worker? If it's physical labor.
But like other countries are not going to be masculine.
Hold on. I do not move around. Don't shift. Don't answer the question. If you're trying to paint the narrative that construction work is masculine, and then I say, well, is nursing feminine? And you go, yes, and I go, but it's extremely physically taxing. Then what the fuck is the difference?
Yeah, you're right, man. I'll be honest with you. Like, but I don't talk about like the other countries are gonna be like more masculine. We're gonna be feminine.
Hold on. Once again, you're doing the same thing. I don't care about other countries being more masculine.
They're gonna just invade us.
I will slap the shit out of somebody from Canada. I will slap the dog shit out of somebody from the UK. Y'all,
have you seen
the other country? Y'all not. I'm not worried about none of y'all invading America. Like, what are you talking about? Who's gonna invade America? Seriously, what country is thinking about invading America besides Russia? They the only one dumb enough thinking about it. And they only want to do it as a last resort because America be fucking threatening them all. If America stopped threatening Russia, Russia would stop thinking about America. But America's constantly threatening Russia.
I don't know why they're threatening it, but I think if we they're gonna think portray us as weak, and then we're gonna have conflict.
Nah, that's stupid. Nobody thinks that. As long as you got a big old pew pew, nobody thinks you're weak. They don't care.
It's gonna end up in like a bad war.
I'm trying to tell you, the world leaders, as dumb as we think that they are, the people that really do this, they're not thinking about what country is less feminine and more masculine. They don't give a fuck about that. They only care about how much resources you have, weapons, innovation. I would say that the things that the way in which the military works together, I think is very, very feminine.
Military feminine?
I think the way that the military works together, I think it's very feminine in nature. Yeah. The way that it functions in so many ways. Yeah. I think it's a mixture of both. Don't get me wrong, because it's a hierarchy. So don't get me wrong. But I'm saying the way that they teach you teamwork, the way that they teach you how to work with each other, like literally, like that is like they tell you if you don't work with your the people in the military, you will unalive. You have to cooperate. You know what I'm saying? I think that is very feminine, very, very feminine.
So we're gonna defund the police, basically.
Go ahead, Jacob. Jacob, are you there? Damn, you look like the homie Steve. That shit crazy. Let's unmute him. Sweary Fairy said, Taurus, pick me.
How you doing, Mike?
I'm doing good. Hold on. I am Queen Neek said, drop the hoe expeditiously. And Tilly Purposeful said, 2 more for the pick me. That's 6 on her head. Biku said, go find reality drop. That's 8. Appreciate the too, Biku. Go ahead, Jacob. Yeah.
Hey, how you doing today? Doing today?
Good.
I want to talk about the femininities.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I feel like we need to be more feminines, and it's going to help out the country. Because I feel like the masculine people like Elon Musk, the Donald Trumps, all of them, they're just going to run the country. Yeah.
Yeah. The trolls are crazy right now. I don't know what's happening. What up, Strong Bike? Okay, are you there? No. What up, EPG?
Yo, so I was listening for a little while, and listening to I can't see the lady's name because I'm driving, but listening to her sort of stumble over trying to define masculinity. I think that the point that you were making earlier, it kind of clues you into why we have the issues that we have when we're trying to define who's causing harm in order to reduce harm. A lot of people don't want to admit that is a very male trait. Like that's globally, it is. We've seen a lot of those hegemonic ideas around masculinity manifest into a lot of the laws and policies that we have, a lot of the leadership that we have, and people don't want to reframe their mind around a different way of thinking about how a country can be led or how we can, share resources. It's always power. It's always dominance. It's always who's the strongest to take over. It's always, battlefield, blood and gore. And it doesn't have to actually be that way. Like there is a level of harmony that humans have existed in and can go back to if only we would be able to deal with how harmful masculinity is. Like misogyny in and of itself has created a space where not even men are safe in it. That's the part that's most weird, is that it's not even safe for men. Like a misogynistic, patriarchal world is not safe for men to thrive in because they are also harmed if they don't buy into the ideas of what it means to be a big, strong man. And it puts them in a position where now they're either they have a pew-pew to their head and they either upholding it or they not. And they never consider like, hey, wait a minute. It's one of us. It's one person holding the pew-pew and it's 10 of us. Like if we go ahead and rise up, like they can't take us all out. We can define what that means for ourselves and make a conscious decision to be better. But it's just much easier to, I guess, give into the social hierarchy. I don't even know. I don't know what the buy-in is.
I don't know either. I've been trying to figure out Dope's point, to be honest with you. I'm lost. I'm not getting what's the pushback? Like we need masculinity, and then all of a sudden it flipped from that to femininity is bad. Like just things that we know, it's just categorically false.
Internalized misogyny and wants to be picked. But I did come up here. I only requested up here to let everybody know, if you go in to TikTok online, like on your desktop, and you put in the payment option, do manually add your debit card to your subscription information, you will be able to resubscribe. Oh, dope. So,
I said, oh, that's dope. I didn't know that. Hell yeah.
So because you know how when we try to do it like the Apple, it kept rejecting it. But when I went on my Google Chrome and did it and added my card information, it accepted it. So try to do it that way. If not, if y'all trying to be slick, y'all can send that $5.99 to the Cash App every month. Thank the Cash App every month and pay the subscription.
Either way.
But yeah, it does work when you manually add your card information. But though, you a pick me head ass bitch. I did want to say that too. Because what? All right, but anyways.
I don't know where she went.
Y'all have a good day. I'm on this mule today.
All right, Kay, appreciate you.
All right.
Go.
May I say something?
Yeah. Well, I want Midwest to go. Midwest was good with you.
Fine.
Yeah, you good. Midwest was good with you.
You can let her go. I still need a few minutes because I'm
not
in a space where I can talk yet.
All right, go ahead, me.
I just gotta say how refreshing it is to come to a live with a Black man specifically and have you speak the way you speak after time again coming on this bird app and Black men specifically, speaking toxic masculine rhetoric and how women need to be submissive this and women need to listen to men that. Like, I literally just left a live where this man told me that it's my fault that I got SA.
Oh.
Like, it's insane to me that men hold these ideologies. And for you to come up here and go on live with a Black man and speak the way you speak is so refreshing. I just really want to give you your props forever because you a real one. You a real N-word. I don't know if I can say the N-word a lot.
Yeah, we say real nigga around here.
You a real nigga. Like, you for real are. Like, I never heard a realer nigga on this app, and I'm just here for positive conversation because you really ate Dope up. Like, you destroyed that woman. Like, you destroyed her, for real. Like, she can't even speak anymore. That's how bad you fucked that girl over. I just need you to know that.
We got to be. All right, appreciate it, me. Damn. Oh, Dope, you're back. They was called. Well, I was trying to respond or give you a chance to respond earlier. I'm muting everybody. It's a lot of background noise. Yeah, did you want to say something? You can go ahead. Oh, she's gone again. Okay, go ahead. Melanin is skinny. Oh, Melanin is not there. Okay. Did you want to say something, Carson? You can go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, I'm sorry that happened to you, Mia. And the same thing happened to me last night. I was actually on a live.
Oh, I thought you got SA last night. I was like, what? All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, we were on a live. It was like about 4 women on there. And we were all sharing our experiences with SA, even like childhood experiences. Mm-hmm. And these men were coming out of the woodworks like cockroaches to tell us that it's our fault, to tell us that, like basically just to blame it on us. And I feel like that goes back to Dope, what you were saying. Like those men in that live that came out and came up on the panel to basically harass us for being SA. Mm-hmm. That has nothing to do with women. So you tying women into it, it's not cute.
Yeah. Do you want me to respond to that?
Yeah, you can. Absolutely.
Oh, okay. I don't think that I tied women into the men that were telling you it's your fault. It's not your fault. Nobody should be saying that at all to you. I don't feel like a masculine man would say that to you. The thing that I said was that if femininity, the beauty of femininity is sensitivity, nurturing, things like that, I don't think that he was either of those things, because masculinity, I feel like masculinity, one of the attributes of it is emotional balance. Men are more logical, rational, level-headed, and that's just our natures.
Oh, go ahead, Carson.
Like, whether you want to accept it or not, a lot of these men, like, okay, this was a political live, right? So a lot of these people were MAGA. These men that were coming on trying to, like, blame us for the assault. So whether you want to, like, recognize it or not, these men actually identify as masculine, right? They're not claiming to be feminine men. They're claiming to be masculine. So again, if you want to recognize it or not, in society, this is what they have identified with as masculine, and this is the repercussions, right?
So you think that you can identify as masculine or feminine? You don't think that a person's nature makes them one or the other?
No, masculinity has nothing to do with nature. It's a gender construct. I mean, it's a social construct. It's not related to nature.
I would also combine Dope.
Hold on, wait. Too many people start talking at the same time. What'd you say, Dope?
No, I'm not arguing that. I'm just asking because in my opinion, what makes me feel feminine is the world around me relating to other feminine women and then like masculine men being leaders. Do you know what I mean? Like it just feels like I didn't.
What do you mean by being leaders?
Yeah, men just are better leaders than women.
I disagree.
Okay.
Any type of matriarch ever culturally, socially has never thrived.
Can you name the matriarchal society that didn't thrive?
Any Native
no, name.
Americans.
I know since you looked it up because you're saying
Native
it is
Americans. No, I didn't look it up.
Oh,
Native Americans. We'll just say that.
Hold on. How are you going to bring up Native Americans, a group of people that were slaughtered
No, I didn't.
By the people who came there? You're gonna bring up Native American people who got slaughtered?
Tricked. They got tricked. They got tricked. They got slaughtered. They got unalived by diseases that were brought over here on boats. Like, you know. But
I'm saying like the Native Americans today, though. They're still matriarchal.
They're not. Wait. Judging.
They are matriarchal.
Hold on, ma'am. First of all, there are many Native American tribes. Not all Native Americans are matriarchal. Some of them are. Some of them aren't. Secondly, whatever is happening today, they don't get to function in a system that they created. So they may be matriarchal in their house, but if the rest of the world is patriarchal, what the hell? What do you expect them to do? They still have to go out. They still have to go to work. They still have to, you know what I'm saying? Like they have to go to school. If they want to function in this society, they have to participate in the patriarchy. They have to participate in capitalism with two systems that they had no hand in building whatsoever. And you're saying like, oh, look at them not thriving.
Okay, so if a societal level is too triggering for a lot of people to discuss, then how about just single mothers raising kids and single fathers raising kids?
Let's talk about it.
Speaking, yeah.
Wait, you guys, calm down. Let's talk about it. What do you know about that?
statistically speaking,
Mm-hmm.
children end up well balanced and more successful in households where they were raised with a single father
Mm-hmm.
versus in households where there was a single mother. The
Okay.
odds are stacked against them more so when they were only with mom. I also,
What odds?
they're more likely to be involved in criminal behavior,
Mhm.
addictions,
Mhm.
violent behavior.
Yeah. Why do you think that is?
I don't know. I didn't do the studies.
Okay. Well, you didn't read the studies either. So I'm curious because like I grew up in a violent neighborhood. I grew up with a single mom in a violent neighborhood and all of that stuff. And we talk about this all the time. It's the same, you know, it's a broken record. I've heard the same argument from people who never read any of these studies, but it's odd because first and foremost, the women who are, you're alleging, like you're trying to make this point, like men raise better kids, then when the man,
better leaders.
Yeah, because they're better leaders. I got you. When the man and the woman live together, right? Who is responsible the majority of the time for raising the kids? You even said it earlier, by the way, but I know you're going to contradict yourself. So
yeah, the woman.
The woman, okay, but and why is that?
Because she's more nurturing.
Because she's more nurturing. Okay, then what do you think happens when the fathers get the kids? What do you think the difference is? Do you think the dads just now they just become more nurturing than the mothers, and then the mothers become, and then the single mothers become less nurturing? Like, what do you think happens? Like, what?
No, I think that the void where a nurturing mother was supposed to be will always be a thing, but overall they become more successful and emotionally balanced because men are that, because they are better leaders.
I got you, but you're just repeating. You're just repeating. Dope. You're repeating platitudes. I'm asking you why the women become such less nurturing when they are on their own, and why the fathers become so much more nurturing when they're on their own with the kids. Based on your logic, I'm saying, because that's what has to happen, right? So I'm trying to figure out, like, when did that happen?
No, I think children can thrive without being completely nurtured. I mean, past infancy.
But you just said that mothers. Okay, so are mothers, when men and women are together, who is the better parent? Just generally speaking, who is the better parent? The most effective parent?
I don't think that either are. I think both of them create the balance that is needed to raise a child when they're together. If they're both playing,
then why don't the fathers participate equally as the mothers do?
Because they're leading the household and they're taking care of.
How are they leading the house? How are they leading the house? You mean they're leaving the house because they go to work? They're not leading the house.
But that in itself takes a lot of emotional burden off the mother, because when a mother is by herself, then she has to stress about bills, household tasks that's not divided, whereas with a man it would be.
But that sounds like leader. Wait. You didn't answer my question. So when you're saying that the mothers, when they're in the home with the dad, the father is the leader, even though the mother is doing all the labor in the home. How is the father the leader?
Yeah, because he takes that emotional burden of all of the other things off of the mother, where
like what?
He wasn't there.
What emotional burden?
Financial, protecting the household, just the constant.
Just money. Okay. So, and that's what I wanted to get to.
Protection too.
How? Protecting them from what?
You're a male, so I don't know how you would understand, but if there's a man in the home, you're not going to feel less unsafe.
But protect, I know, but I'm in my house. I have a family. I have a wife and kids, and I don't feel like I'm in my home. Like,
and God forbid if something happened to you today and you were not there with her tomorrow, she would feel that devastating effect.
I'm not with my wife right now, though. Dope. She goes and leaves the house for 8 hours a day. I don't see her. I can't protect that woman. It's impossible.
Even when you're not physically next to her, you still provide that emotional support. She knows she can pick the phone up and call you, and
to tell me what they got me. Call the police. Like, what the fuck? No. I'm like, hang up the phone. Ho, call the police. Don't call me. Call the police.
You're undermining the importance of your role in her life. I think you don't understand how much she appreciates you having her. She might not even know that, because some people just don't know what they have until it's gone. But I mean.
No, I understand, but wait. What I'm saying is I understand, though. It's not that I don't understand. I understand completely. I understand that I don't have a grandiose, I don't have a grandiose sense of self, right? I try not to. I don't think that I'm like the grand protector of my family, and you know what I'm saying? Like that's not how I get down. Like I know, like my kids are at school right now. If some asshole decides to pew up the school, what the fuck am I gonna do? I'm not, my wife, it works at schools. If some asshole at the school wants to pew up the schools, what the fuck am I gonna do? Nothing. If my wife goes to the store by herself, which she does often, and somebody, you know, does something to her in the parking lot, what the fuck can I do about that? But I could watch my kids, you know, I could take care of my kids, something happens to my wife. But like, I'm not Superman, and no man is, right? So this idea of protection that you're applying to men doesn't make any sense. It's not real.
But you just taking the weight off of her thinking about.
Let me take the weight off of you, man. We did it, ho! Your favorite irritation said, man, public, drop this blockheaded bitch. Taisha said, this bitch gotta go. God damn, y'all's calling her the B word and everything. Okay. Yeah, Obsidian, appreciate you. They paid to drop you, man. I didn't do it. Go ahead, Midwest. God damn.
I'm back.
All right, brother. Go ahead. We got
All right,
you.
what's happening?
Chilling.
What's up? The prompt that you have up there, masculinity should be banned, not TikTok. How are men useful? And the cult of men. I personally think TikTok should be banned, or at least regulated better with some of these lives, because that's causing a lot of the problems that everybody, you know, a lot of these lives are giving false notion.
There's your people's BPG here in the Midwest. You got to claim it.
Leading people into arguments, and then people are using the mute.
We can barely hear you, brother. Your phone breaking up real bad.
And the
Midwest
to bully other people.
Midwest.
I'm sorry.
Can you hear me? Your phone's breaking. Yeah. Your connection is bad. Yeah.
Can you hear the connection?
I hear you now, but you went in and out like that whole time. But I hear you now.
I can hear you.
Yeah. He went out again.
All right, the Wi-Fi might be bad. Let me just switch to my own here. Can
you
hear me now?
Yeah, I got you. So start over again. You said TikTok should be banned.
So yeah, like I said, yeah, the lives are yeah, because I feel like the lives here, maybe not banned, but maybe just a little better regulated, as far as, you know, a lot of these lives are causing people to have false notions and, you know, radicalizing some people. I think the fact that people are allowed to bully people with their live, with their mods, and the mute button and drop, misunderstand what somebody's saying, and humiliate them or bully them around is not a good thing.
Yeah. I don't.
Anybody.
Yeah, you know, you could just stay out of those lives, right?
And a lot of these topics that people, unless you agree with what they're saying, it's called idea. It's not, but people aren't going to. I mean, that's the thing. People are drawn in because they're baited in by the topics.
Nobody can make you. Nobody can bait you.
And we just know that that's not the nature of.
But you don't have to come in. The reason why.
Yeah, they can.
Yeah, you could just choose not to. Right. And secondly, I've been on every platform. I've done a live. I've literally went live on every single platform that I can think of. Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. I'm on YouTube right now. I've done Twitch lives, whatever. I'll tell you without a doubt. TikTok is the most restrictive. It's the most, like, they don't let you say shit over here. The TikTok is the most regulated. They've been regulating themselves. The best, the most, and the best. That's why we have to say grape and unalive and shit like that. Like, you can barely curse on here. You can't, you know what I mean? But like, I can say whatever the hell I want to say on YouTube. You complaining about TikTok, don't never go to YouTube, because I can say whatever the fuck I want to say on YouTube.
As far as speaking as far as what you can say or can't say. I mean, like the ability that people have to humiliate and bully other people on these lives.
Well, people are stupid though. If you're dumb,
it's not good.
If you're dumb, don't get up on a live. If you're dumb, see the problem is people have like I said, people hold on, wait, Midwest. People have a grandiose sense of self. They get on these lives thinking they know more than they do. They get fried, and then they want to blame everybody else instead of being introspective and going, damn, maybe I am wrong. Maybe I am a fucking idiot.
Right. And then where do those people go? What do they do?
I don't know.
They end up going to another live and they start bullying or trolling someone else. So it kind of spreads it around. No, they wait. No. They come on the live to bully and troll. They end up getting cooked. And then they run, like you said, they run to the next live because they're not there to do the work. They're just there to bully and troll. Right? Trolls are gonna troll. Not all of them are.
Most of them are. I didn't say all, brother. I'm not speaking in absolute.
I'm just saying a lot. Right, but some of them are just getting up there, and a lot of them are just getting up there to try to say their piece. And then, like I said, if the guest comes up and doesn't agree with the prop or the host, then they get bullied and humiliated.
If your piece is harmful, and I think this is the thing, you have to be accountable for the things that you say and do, right? You do not get to go wherever you want to go and say whatever you want to say. Even if people, it would seem like they're inviting you up to have the open discussion. That doesn't mean that the things that you say cannot be met with anger or with frustration or whatever, right? Like if you get up on a platform and says, if you get up on a platform and say ignorant shit that's harmful about a whole group of people, and a representative or whoever pushes back against you, then that's just what you got to do. You're gonna have to take that L. You can't blame everybody else. That's
all right. And then where does it go? Does the problem get solved? Are things
sometimes it does. Sometimes it doesn't. But if you want a magical anecdote, you won't find it. But what you just have a critique. You don't have a solution. Right? So what makes you any better than anybody else on these apps? You don't have a solution. You're asking for big tech to regulate us more, like as if they're not already regulating us too much. Like that's your solution?
Yeah, I think they could do something about some of the bullying. Yeah.
They can't do anything about it.
They could. Like if you're a host and you have a live and you're bringing people up and then you're just muting them when they try to talk and then you're kicking them off and your mods are bullying them or calling them names and then I think that could be regulated. That's something that could be, kind of,
You can never regulate that, brother. You can never regulate that.
You could because they could keep track of how many times you're bringing people up and muting them and kicking them off.
You think that's the solution? Why wouldn't the solution be for people to be less argumentative? Why wouldn't the solution be?
Solution.
I know you don't have a solution. That's what I'm saying.
I didn't claim to have a solution.
That's the solution you offered. Was for tech to sit. That's what I'm saying. That's the solution you offered. That's your solution.
I said that could help. I didn't say it was like,
sir, come on.
I just said that may be something that could be better.
Yeah.
Because like I said, when people come up and they disagree with the host, they get bullied and humiliated, and then they get.
Why are you telling me this? I don't.
Because they go to another live and they start bullying other people.
I don't. I know, but hey, that's not something that I practice personally. Right? I could be somewhat of a bully. I mean, maybe I could come across as a bully. That's how you feel. That's your perception. I'm okay with that. But I don't have to suffer ignorance. You know what I mean? I don't have to put up with a person. Like, I don't have to suffer intolerance. If you come up here and you're intolerant to other groups, why do I have to be reasonable with you when you're not a reasonable person? You see what I'm saying? Like,
you don't have to bully or humiliate either.
I can though. Wait. If a person comes up here, let's say we're talking about this, right? Like, and then a person comes up here and they say something that is harmful to or about women in general, and I react right strongly to that. Why am I the problem? You see what I'm saying? Like, how am I the problem? You hurt a whole group of people. I hurt you, but I'm the problem? I'm the issue? Nah.
Well, there's a way that you can convey all of what you're saying without being nasty to people.
Nah.
Or making people go out and spread it around.
Yeah, you're trying to tone police adults, and I'm not into it. That's not sexy. That's a turn off.
It's not tone police. It's not.
That's literally what you're doing right now. You're trying to tone police an adult man in a roundabout way. It's super weird. I don't know your point.
Okay, so you're saying if somebody come up here, they disagree with you, or they say something egregious and wrong, then you say it's okay to bully them and harass them and then push them off.
No, I try to have the conversation first. I don't instantly go to bullying. I let you say the stupid thing, then I start, and then I go, okay, well, let's unpack it. Then we keep going, and I keep going, and then by like the 5th lie, by that time, yeah, now I'm seeing you're not serious. You don't actually care. You just came here to spread your harmful rhetoric, and now I'm like, fuck you. I feel like that's fair. I give people ample opportunities to hang themselves. Ample. They don't have to.
Where are we getting? Are we getting anywhere doing that?
Some people are, some people aren't. That's not
You just read off some statistics where it's, the problem is pretty bad, especially for your topic about men being the higher percentage of violence, the higher percentage of crimes against women. I mean, is your live really, reducing that?
Maybe. I don't know. How do you want me to measure that, sir?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Okay, so that's what I'm saying.
What are you saying?
It's what you have with a live that's spreading information about how men are the most harmful, are the most violent, are the ones that commit the most issues. Like, this is education. Why are you questioning that? Like, what issue do you have with that?
He sound like a cry. I ain't gonna even hold you.
I didn't say I had an issue with that.
But you sound like, you sound like
a snowflake.
Yeah, you sound like you whining. Like, it's like, what are you talking about?
Here go the bullying.
It's not bullying.
Okay, but you do realize that people aren't held hostage on lives, right? You can disconnect, right? It's not like you have to be on the live once you're added.
I get
right?
that.
And then you're also acting like this exists on every live.
Yeah, there's a ton of lives that you can go into.
On a majority of them, it does. I mean, this one's a lot more mellow than a lot of them I've participated in. But I'm just saying, like,
you know why this one is more mellow? Because I actually try to have a productive conversation.
Yeah,
but
you're being a little more responsible than a lot of them.
I'm very responsible. I'm not a little responsible. I'm extremely responsible.
But coming up because somebody has a different opinion or whatever, and calling them a snowflake or whatever, that stuff's not.
She just said you sound like a snowflake. You do. You sound like you're whining because you're not actually. You're not actually. Hold on, wait. You're not Midwest. Here's what I'm saying. Here's where the problem is. You won't take the criticism. You won't accept it. It's like I'm not gonna accept somebody bullying me. No. Nobody is saying you're whining is not bullying you. Do you know what bullying is? Like, you're trying to weaponize that shit against us. That's weird. Like, you're projecting hard. That is you trying to bully us. You're trying to be like, oh, you're not gonna bully me. Like, what are you talking? Nobody saying somebody is whining or calling them a snowflake or saying you're acting like a snowflake is not bullying you. You literally could leave.
I said you sound like a snowflake because you do sound like a snowflake.
Yeah, where I'm not understanding what your point is.
And if I say something like that towards you, then what emotions?
If it's true, hold on, wait. If it's true, I don't have a problem with it. If it's rooted in something that's real, I don't have an issue. You think I'm not saying you do, but I'm saying you call me a snowflake and you explain to me why you think I'm a snowflake and it's valid, I'll accept it. Oh, damn, I didn't think about that. Oh, I didn't see it that way. I'm not going to fucking just keep. How do you feel if I feel like you're kind of a bully? I would say define what a bully is.
Calling someone a snowflake.
That's not the definition, but that's not the definition of a bully.
That's circular reasoning, and I'm curious as to how this line.
So name calling is not bullying somebody.
Not in all cases.
We understand that.
That's circular reasoning.
I wish I was.
Hold on, wait, you guys. Hold on, BPG, go ahead. Sorry.
You coming into the live and then saying that you're being bullied by the live, remaining in the live, and then somebody calling you a snowflake for complaining about the live that you came in, and then somebody asking clarifying questions about why you feel like you're being bullied, and then you say it's because you feel like somebody calling you a snowflake is bullying. It's circular reasoning. Like, it's literally point A running into point B, running into point A. Mm-hmm. What is the point of your life?
If you describe it like that,
well,
but you don't.
Let me finish. What is the point of your line of questioning? Because if you feel like it's not useful and you feel like the topic is harmful, then why not just dismiss yourself from the conversation? Like, what exactly are you going to contribute?
Not only that, Midwest, you did not come up here and answer the prompt. I don't know what you came up here to talk about, man. Like, I'm confused. Like, what are you trying to tell us? Like, I'm honestly trying to.
So you weren't listening to me. So
we heard you. We heard you. All of us are still confused, though. Not just me. We're all confused. And I heard everything you said.
What did I say when I came up here about the prompt?
You talked about bullying.
You went. Hold on. Wait. You went straight to. You went straight to TikTok. Hold on. You went straight to TikTok needs to be banned. Then you said, no, it doesn't need to be banned, but they need to regulate these lives more. Then you started talking about why they need to regulate the lives more. And your reasoning is because when people come up there and try to voice their opinions in a lot of these lives, the hosts and the mods bully the people. That's what you said, which is to me pointless. That's not what this discussion is about. I'm just allowing you to have it because I want to see what point you're trying to make, but you haven't made yet.
That's the point.
Then that point doesn't make sense. Okay, so not to me. I'm saying I won't say it. I'm sorry. In this live, what you're saying doesn't make it. What's the relevancy of that to me?
I just said it.
Why? How is it relevant to me? You didn't say how it's relevant to me.
Your topic, your prompt says.
Mm-hmm.
Masculinity should be banned, not TikTok.
Okay.
I gave a different opinion on it, and I said TikTok probably should be banned or regulated better so that people can't bully other people or call them names just because they don't agree with their point or they don't agree with what they're saying.
Midwest.
And I'm saying that's spreading out. That all that's doing is spreading around more trolling. It's causing people to go and create their own lives and do more. What you put out goes out to other people and it goes around in a circle. And then the issue that you're talking about doesn't get resolved. It doesn't reduce it. In some ways, it makes it worse.
Can I ask you a question? Wait, hold on. Midwest, how many lives have you held personally?
How many have I held? Not on this platform, but on other ones I have, like on YouTube and stuff.
Yeah, whatever. So you've held any platform. You've held lives. And have you ever, how many people have ever come to you and said, oh, Midwest, you really have helped me, develop, or I was lost and you gave me some helpful information. Like, how many testimonies do you have?
Testimonies, not a lot.
Okay,
maybe one or two.
Maybe one or two.
I really can't.
Yeah. Would you base your level of success?
But I don't bully people on my life.
No, I know. I hear you.
Say what they say.
I hear you.
Call them names.
I
don't do all that.
I hear you. So I'm saying. So you said like one or two. Okay. So what I'm trying to figure out is in my life, I've yelled at many people. I've yelled at people, dogged them out, and then a month later they've come back and been like, you know what, you were right. So it's more about the person like that is receiving the information than it is about me. Just so you know, right? And I have a good amount of testimony. I mean, I wish I had more, so I can't even say it's a lot in my mind. Like I wish it was more people.
180, that's good. That's a good thing.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna knock that.
I wish there were more men that, you know what I'm saying, could take the information. But one thing I know about men is that men don't give a fuck about the delivery. That's one thing I know. Like, men will never, ever, ever be able to like make me feel like I need to like tone myself, like turn, you know what I mean? Like turn my tone down or be more agreeable or whatever. Like I know for a fact men don't give a fuck about that, because when men talk about women negatively, they say the most crazy, ridiculous, preposterous shit you can think of about women. And they're the most disrespectful, inflammatory people on the internet. Way more inflammatory than I am. And there are scores of men in there like, you go, brother. Yeah. Fucking manpower, bro. Like they love that shit. So when I say my shit, I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear a man like you coming in here talking about bullying. And I don't care about none of that shit. I'm gonna talk my shit. You say some dumb shit, I'm gonna say it's dumb, right? That's how I talk. I talk spicy.
Yeah, you have a choice.
You know what I'm saying? You don't like it. That's fine. Yes, it's reducing the harm. Yes, it is. Yes, it's been proven. Like I said, because I have many men that have come back to me and said, oh man, you changed my mind. And you said you got one or two. Fine, that's great. If you change one person's mind, you did a fucking great job in life. right? So imagine if you changed 100 people's minds. Imagine if you changed 1,000 people's minds, right? So I'm good. I'll take my little dubs. I know that in comparison to how many men still rock with the rhetoric, with the negative and toxic rhetoric, I know that I'm not making a dent as far as that's concerned, right? But I'm doing what I can do.
Right.
That's it. That's all I can do. And I know that changing my approach in any way that you think I should would not actually be the thing to make it more impactful for men. I know it's not. I know men. I understand men fairly well. I understand men fairly well. Maybe because I am one, maybe because I pay attention. I don't know, but you know what? I'll tell you something. The reason why I understand men well, I think, is because I listen to what women say about men. And I'm like, oh, wow, I never, you know what I'm saying? And I observe how women interact. I observe how men interact with women. That's how I understand men the best. Not how men interact with me necessarily, because men aren't, I don't know, they act different with men, right? But like, I see how men interact with women. Like I said, I listen to how men talk crazy about women. So I said, oh, I should be able to talk crazy about men. And men not.
I'm not down with that either. I hope I'm not giving you the impression I'm down.
No. I know, but I feel like this approach would be more better suited in one of those lives, not in my life. That's what I'm saying. Hey, if you feel that way, fine. But I feel like you should be talking to the harmful men who are saying the harmful things. Because I'm not saying anything harmful.
I didn't say that yours was, I mean, like I said, yours is a lot more mellow. I think it's a lot more responsible. You know what I mean? There is a bit of bullying on here, but it's not to a tone where I've seen in other lives.
The comments gonna flame you, brother.
I've seen.
The comments are gonna flame you. The comment cousins, they definitely gonna flame you. They might.
I'm used to that. I'm used to that, and everybody is entitled to their own opinion. I don't want people to get me wrong. Like, you can't say what you want to say. You can flame me. You can say whatever you want. You know what I mean? I mean, half the comments I don't read.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Especially if I'm engaging with you, I don't look at the comments. So those people are wasting their time because, I mean, there's like 100 of them going up, and I probably missed what you said. So that was pointless. But, you know, and I'm not saying against your live. I was basically saying in general, like a ban on TikTok.
Yeah.
And maybe just a little more regulating. I don't think people should have the ability to bully other people as easily as they can on a lot of these lives. Not necessarily yours, but a lot of these lives, because I think it spreads it around. I've been in lives where I've seen one person get roasted, and then I scroll down, I go to the next one, and then they're in they're in the next one, trolling the hell out of it and doing exactly what was done to them to somebody else.
You know what? I go to lives all the time that they call it like messy talk. And they literally are in there like Bad Girls Club, you know what I'm saying? Like reality TV. They be in there biting each other's heads off and shit. Guess what? When I don't want to listen to that shit, I just keep scrolling. That's what they do. The people in there like it. The people in there like it. I don't like it all the time, but I definitely don't give a fuck. Like, I don't judge it. It's that the people in there like it. They're all adults. They're all consenting. I don't care. I keep it going. I keep scrolling. And then some days I might catch the story at the beginning, and when that shit happens, it's the funniest shit ever. I'll be in there fucking rolling. I don't care what they be saying to each other.
Yeah,
I done heard the wildest shit in there.
That's probably why a lot of people are drawn to it, is for the entertainment factor.
Yeah.
You're right. A lot of them I can watch and I'll be rolling too.
Exactly. So you want that to be regulated?
Talking about, it's just funny with the back and forth. No, I'm just saying the bullying and the human public shaming is not good.
Drop.
That's all the point I'm making.
Drop.
It's not good.
Drop.
I'm sorry.
Right.
You're getting publicly shamed.
I get that.
I help you out. I help you out. Drop. Make your page private and don't engage in those lives, and you won't never see them. Problem solved.
Yeah.
There we go. We got to the bottom of this shit. That's all. That's the formula.
I think you should know that your algorithm, that little for you at the top, if you are seeing those lives consistently, they are for you.
They for you, baby.
Wait. When did I say I was seeing them consistently?
You did.
When did I say that?
That's what you said.
You're making the inference that obviously you have seen more than one, and dare I say you've seen more than 10. Because if you're making the assumption that when you see TikTok lives, that means that, you know, there's this immense amount of bullying to the point that TikTok needs to be banned because of the harm that it's causing, you wouldn't be saying that for one live or two lives or even 5 lives. You would have to be consistently seeing them enough to say, hey, you know what? This is a harmful space. They kind of bully people. They drop you in, you know, when you're trying to share valid information. Like that would have to come from some form of like ideation that, hey, this is, I've consistently seen this go left. Unless that's not true. Unless that's not true.
I get what you're saying. I don't have to
want to be
participate
responsible for your For You page because your algorithm tailors to specifically you.
Yeah, TikTok one of the messiest places on earth, but I love it here. Hey, Clarice said, Reese said, sound like a MAGA crybaby. Rare Diamond said, are you Dope's husband? Do you know the lady Dope?
More bullying, see?
They just, these are, hold on, Carson. Hold on,
I
Carson.
just want him to address the entire prompt because it's been about.
I got you. Hold on, wait. I got to read these though. These people. So, yeah, people are paying to have me read these messages. So I'm gonna read them. Are you Dope's husband?
They paid the bully.
They paid to bully you, I guess. They said drop that fuck nigga. Are you Dope's husband?
Who is Dope?
Oh, okay. They're asking. I don't know.
I'm Dope.
I got you.
Dope.
I got you. Nigel said y'all want to do and say whatever the people you don't like, and then whine about when the energy is matched. Pick up your feelings, ho. Tonight said his PFP.
More bullying.
His PFP literally says whoop ass. Hello.
We're good.
Rare Diamond said drop his ass. Let him go talk that shit in the comments. We here for the topic. Lenora said he soft as.
She wanted me to get to the next.
I got you. Hold on, I'm reading. I got you. Lenora said he soft as Charmin tissue. Drop this cry, baby. Venice said shut up before we. Venice said shut up before we bully you, ho.
Hey, that one's actually funny.
They all funny, man. These is all good. These is good as gold as far as I'm concerned. They funny as shit. All right, go ahead. Would you like to address the prompt? Oh, they muted you for a second. Okay.
Yeah. You want me?
Go ahead. Address the prompt. Yeah.
The next part of it was, are men useful? Is that the part?
The before or after? It doesn't matter. It's a whole thing. Masculinity should be banned. This wasn't about TikTok. I just kind of.
Well, we already spent a lot of time.
Yeah, I threw the TikTok part in there as a little jokey joke. But yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Address that.
Yeah.
Are men useful?
Midwest really quick because that bothered me. Midwest. This never had anything to do with what you were talking about because you didn't read the full question. And it's been driving me insane. You really stopped. You said masculinity should be pinned, not TikTok. I feel like you saw
banned, not
banned.
TikTok. Yeah. And it's been driving me insane. And I just need to let you know that was driving me crazy, dude. It did not say or, so it was just insane. I'm sorry.
Mm.
Oh, okay. I had that wrong. All right.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I thought it, you know, I may have had it wrong. I mean, people are allowed to make mistakes, you know.
Yeah, but we just had a whole, thing.
But yeah, we went off.
Lola said it's not bullying.
Because
hold on, wait. Lola said it's not bullying unless you cry. And then PR Pinup said, ask if someone came up and said something racist, does he expect the host to be nice? That's a fair question.
If somebody said something,
what if I had a non-black person come up here and say something racist, and I curse their ass out like I would do?
Well, like you already said, TikTok is regulated in that way where you can't be racist. I mean, if you come up and say racist, you're supposed to drop them.
What? People say racist stuff all the time.
Aren't there key words on things that if you say that you get flagged?
What do you think racism? You think racism only fits within like a certain like amount of keyword? Like you can say all the time. You can say welfare queens. You not gonna get banned for saying welfare queens. That's extremely racist.
Well, okay, if you switch the wording up, but yeah, I mean, obviously, if anybody's being, you know, just nasty to you or messed up, then yeah, I mean, obviously you can just drop them. You know what I mean? If you want to go ahead and take it a step further and bully and humiliate them, then
is that fair?
I mean, I get what they're saying.
Is that fair? That's what I'm asking. That's the question, though.
I wouldn't do it, but I wouldn't say it wasn't fair.
That's fair, right? Okay.
They came in with that energy.
Yeah.
So yeah, send them out with that energy.
Exactly. You know and that's what I do. I match it. Anyway, I match energies. I match energies. Go ahead. People try to bully me all the time.
Okay.
Many people have tried to bully me in my life, and I've said it 1,000 times. You can't bully me. I can't be bullied. It's fucking impossible. It's a crazy trick. Go ahead.
Hey, me neither. That's why I'm not flying off at all these comments. You know, like I'm the same way. Like that shit roll off me. And a lot of these people probably saying that if you were to examine their life, you could find a lot of things to bully them about. So, you know what I mean? That all these comments people are paying to say and Cobra Kaiing on it. You know, have fun beating up the Karate Kid on Halloween.
Oh, damn, not
but
you.
Anyway.
You are not Ralph Macchio,
anyway.
sir. All right, go ahead. We listen.
But how are men useful? That one's a little confusing just because of the way it's worded. I mean, obviously, fathers, sons, you know, cousins, they're people are useful. I mean,
those are people.
If we're saying
how are they useful?
Yeah, if we're saying how are they useful, that one I'll be honest, I'm not fully understanding what we mean because men work, men build things. You know what I mean? Like I think the things that men invent, engineers, those things are useful, right? If that's not what it means, then I am confused.
Okay.
What type of use are we talking?
The thing is about men it's more about men being like a net positive on society. So yeah, men can build stuff, but the things that they build usually are used to oppress people. Yeah, men build stuff and they have all the jobs where you build shit, but that's because they lock everybody else out of those jobs. You know what I'm saying? Like, so are men really useful?
Right.
How useful are men is the question. You said fathers and sons. My son isn't useful. I love him to death.
How useful are they?
Useful. I love that little motherfucker more than life itself. Is he useful though? Absolutely not. Yeah, so how are men useful is the question.
Can you hear me still?
I can hear you just fine.
All right, it was like I got dropped.
Nope.
Just like us said, you know, there are men out there that are good, that invent things, engineers, like I said, people in the army. I mean, if you get a crime against you and a man shows up, I mean, you can't say he's not useful.
How are men useful as a group?
That's why I say the
question
as a group, is a little confusing.
Midwest. Okay, maybe it's the English part of it. It's about men as a group, as a whole. How are men useful as a group? I know there are some men that can be useful, that can, you know what I'm saying? Like definitely can be of service. How are men as a group, as a class, how are men useful? What value do we bring to society as a group that wouldn't be offset by something so egregious and destructive that we do?
I'll be honest. I'm not sure how to answer that. I'll be honest.
Okay. Let me ask. Oh no, wait.
Together?
I got it.
You have all different kinds. You have.
I got it. How are women useful?
Again, it's just. I mean, there's all different types of men and women, and like to lump it all together in one category like that and say how are they useful? Well, you're going to have some that are and some that aren't.
It sounds like you don't actually think men are useful.
Right?
Right. What? It sounds like you actually don't think men are useful.
I mean, can I get away with saying that some are and some aren't? Can I get away with that? Or is
you can't get away with that because it's about men. It's about men in general. Men in general.
I would say I would say I'm not sure. I mean, and honestly, I've never thought about it on a scale like that.
If men are
so I don't know how to answer that, and really, I mean, it's something I'd have to ponder to say, okay, men as a whole, because like I said, there's a lot of things in society that are created by men that are very useful that people currently use right now.
Name it.
You know, so
name the thing.
That's a hard thing to
name. The thing, Midwest.
Well, I just listed.
Name one thing. I know. Just name one thing that men. Name one. Midwest.
Men that are chefs.
Midwest. Name one thing that men have created. Let me just. I'm just curious.
Well, okay. Do men create children?
No.
What?
They don't.
It takes a man to create a child.
No. Let's move around. No, men don't create children. Keep going. Name something. Name an invention, like not children.
All right.
That you think men create children is wild.
You said so. Okay.
No, science says so.
Well, it takes a man. Let me rephrase that.
It takes sperm.
It takes a man to create a child.
Yeah, it takes sperm. It takes sperm to create a child. Yeah, definitely takes sperm. I will agree. Does it take a man?
That comes from a man.
Some cases.
How are you going to get the sperm from a man? How are you going to get the
So
sperm without
besides
the man?
his sperm, how does he create a child?
I said I rephrased that. All right, don't try to trap me on that.
Nobody's trapping you. We're just saying like that wouldn't answer the question.
Well, I mean, after I just said I rephrased that, don't ask me the same question.
Okay,
like
so I already moved beyond.
rephrased
I moved beyond kids. So what else? What do men actually create? Because you said inventions and so name it. Name the thing that men create.
I feel like we're going in circles now.
We're not.
We're not. There are men who are inventors. There are men.
Name the thing. Don't just say what men are. Name the thing that men are inventors. Men invented the atom bomb. Is that a good thing?
Okay, and also invented the microwave. Is that useful?
The microwave is okay. Hold on, wait. Hold on. We'll take an invention at a time. So, do you think the microwave has done more harm or more good for society?
I wouldn't know the answer to that. I haven't studied microwaves. I mean, I know they heat my food up and everybody uses them.
Yeah. Do you know what happens when your food gets heated up in a microwave? It changes the molecular makeup of the food because of the process in which it is heated up, i.e. microwaves, right? Also, what are microwaves made out of? What raw materials are used to create microwaves?
I really don't know the answer to that, sir.
Exactly. But that's what I'm saying, though. So here's what I'm saying. Instead of just naming stuff, I would hope you would have an understanding of what these things are and how they function, because I can almost guarantee you that most inventions, that the ones that you're going to name, are not actually good. Like overall, they're not good. We would be better. Here's what I'm saying. If we didn't have microwaves, our society would be better for it, not worse. It would be better. We'd be healthier without microwaves. The planet would be healthier if we didn't use microwaves. See what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah. If you put it in that perspective.
Yeah. So name a thing. Keep naming. All right, we tried it. So you said microwaves. What else? What else have men created that's like, oh man, we need that?
Housing. All right, let's go to housing.
Men didn't create houses.
Who created houses?
Shelter is more like a discovery, but housing, even if you want to use that as a concept, let's talk about like modern houses. Okay. Are modern houses good or bad in our society? Not shelter. Shelter is different. The way that we build our homes, the materials in which we build them in, the lack of homes that exist, like housing in general, is it a good thing or a bad thing right now?
That's just weird. I
what?
would say it's good because I would say it's weird. I would say it's good because we all need a house. I mean,
I didn't say. Hold on.
Sure what the difference between
you
shelter
said
and a house is.
Because shelter is you can go live in a cave. That's shelter, right? You're talking about houses, right? Because we're talking about inventions.
Yeah.
So you said houses. Cool. I'll give you houses. Modern houses, fine. A man invented modern houses. Are they good for us as a society? Is it good for everybody to have a fucking home, like their individual house for themselves and separated from their families and using all these raw materials? And I think this is a good invention. They ain't worth shit, even though they cost $1 million. Well, my city, they cost $1 million, but you can blow them down with a strong wind. Laminate floors. Shit burning up in the house. Shit burning up in a fire. All the material in this motherfucker is cancerous. It's good, huh? Housing is good, you would say? Asbestos.
Yeah. I'm really confused because I'm pretty sure all y'all live in a house.
See, you say that thing, but that doesn't make it good because we live in it. We have to live in it. What choice do we have?
Well, if you nitpick the pros and cons of it, then I guess overall you could say, yeah, it's bad.
It's not nitpicking. It's how it works, though. That's how you should think about stuff, right?
So did we cover the fact that man did not invent housing?
No, yes, I said men didn't invent housing, but I get just for argument's sake, I said modern day housing, though. Yeah. Only a man. Hold on, wait. Only a man. Hold on, wait. Only a man could invent modern day housing. That was why I said, yeah, men definitely invented fucking tract homes. Yep. Men came up with that terrible fucking plan. Hell yeah, men came up with that shit. Single family homes? Absolutely. Men came up with that shit. terrible ass ideas.
Okay, so can we look at the other side of the spectrum? How are women useful?
They nurture, they raise our children. They're smarter. They're more logical than us. They were the first fucking computers. They are the best teachers. They have the most emotional range. They literally teach us how to feel and process our emotions. They're more creative than men are.
We create life.
They led society out of barbarism, and the reason why you have indoor heating in your house is because of a woman.
Indoor heating definitely a good thing. Indoor heating definitely saving lives around this bitch.
Something you just said though. You said they were the first computer. Can you elaborate that?
That women were the first computers?
Yeah,
they were the first group. Like they were tasked with like computation. Like it was like women were like in the like doing the equate. Like they were the computers. Like they were the first computers. Yeah.
All right, I didn't know that. I was not sure what you meant by that, but okay. All right, well, it's been fun. I came up just to give my side. I know everybody feel how they feel. It's all good. I got respect. That's just where it was. My thing would be, bullying is bullying. It's not good for anybody. But if you want to do it, I mean, nobody can stop you. You know what I mean? You got your choice to do it. I do think your live is one of the better ones because you do let people talk. You don't just, try to embarrass or humiliate people around. And you do have a little knowledge on you. I can see you got a little knowledge on your hat. And I feel that, you know what I mean? There's a lot of things that I like to look into and I want to learn more about. If I got the time, I'm working 2 jobs right now. I'm trying to put my daughter through college, but I do respect the live. So,
hey man, shout out to your daughter, man. Hopefully she get finish her education and good work, man. Good job. Keep it up, man.
Right on.
I appreciate it. Yeah. All right. That happened.
I think it's really interesting that he left when we started actually answering the question of like how women have contributed to society. Like,
I think it's interesting
I got 16 jobs, so I got to get on now.
I think it's interesting that he came up here trying to argue how men are useful, but then wants to turn around and ask how women are useful.
They always do that. But I asked the question. But Carson, I gave him the opportunity earlier. I did that for him. I was like, okay, so how are women useful? I gave him that. I wanted to see, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause before I wanted to cut him off at the pass pretty much. He didn't want to answer it when I did it in that way. Then when we kept frying like everything he was saying about men, then it was like, oh, but wait, how are women useful? Oh, okay, great. I couldn't wait for you to ask. I couldn't wait for you to ask me that question. Beautiful. Let me get my fucking abacus out so we can count this up. Cause Jesus Christ, it's a fucking infinite amount. It's so many things I could point to as how are women useful.
A shot every time he said bullying.
Oh, bullying was
we would be drunk off our
Fiona. I said the same thing. I was like, that's level up, little cousin. Jerry Jordan said, did he just say bullying rolls off him when he's been bitching about bullying the whole time? He did say that. Clocked it. Yeah, okay. He gonna cry in the car. Absolutely. Hey, man. Come on, y'all. We gotta do better than that. We gotta do better than that. That was bad. We argued with that man 30 minutes about TikTok getting banned and about TikTok being regulated more. When I ain't never ran into an app more regulated than this.
That was crazy. Like he just lacked reading comprehension.
That's what it sounded like.
Listening comprehension, not that.
Both.
Since he's a Trump supporter, I looked at his bio. He's a So the whole reason he came on here was for the last lady saying that we were like bullying her, but he doesn't realize that nothing that anyone said or comments that you read out was nearly as harmful as the rhetoric that we let her politely spiel.
She said the craziest shit. That was like, dang, that's what I be saying. I'm like, you guys get to say shit that literally leads to real world violence against a whole group of people, herself included. And then when I go, oh, that's fucking dumb, I'm the bad guy. What?
And her whole page is full of like videos about her narcissistic baby daddy, which I also have one. Yeah.
Say it ain't.
It's just really
Carson.
And I really wanted.
Hold on. Time out.
I swear.
Time out. When I asked her, remember? And she was like, oh, I think it's equal. Oh, I was asking her about how men treat women, and she was like, oh, I think it goes, but ma'am, are you okay? Are you safe? Have you escaped that man? Are you in the house with him?
She's over here defending men like that. It's crazy. And when she was talking about how a child would be better off with the husband rather than with the two parents or with the mother, I wanted to ask her, like, so are you going to give your child to your narcissistic partner or your ex for the well-being of the child?
We should have. Damn, I wish she was back up here.
It's always on the page.
It's always on the page, BPG, but I can't never look at the fucking page in real time. I do when I'm in other people's lives. Oh, I be on them niggas' pages tough. I be all on there, screenshotting, recording shit. I don't give a fuck. But when I'm up here, I'm I'm limited. I'm restricted. So damn. Oh my God, I wish I'd have known.
No matter what they having conversations about is projection. And that's the first thing I do. As soon as I hear somebody talk and they saying something real fishy, I immediately go to the page. Now, some of them are smart enough to make their page private, which if you're dealing with a nigga like me, for sure make that page private.
Definitely make that motherfucker private.
Always gonna look. I'm a part of the creep squad. Like
Hey, BBG, I be looking up niggas' IGs and shit. I be looking up niggas' IGs and shit. When they be in TikTok lives, I go to your IG quickly. I don't give a fuck. I be all on your shit.
Now, my thing is, I'm not a fan of doxing. DOXing people, if you will.
No, not at all.
But for sure, I done been on that Instagram page. I done found your Facebook page. I done looked at your wife page.
Yep.
I found your website. I know all the information. I'm never gonna blast it out in front of all these people because that's gross. But for sure, I already know the reason why you on here projecting all of these weird talking points is because they relate to you, not to everybody.
Mm-hmm. I was lost in the sauce. I was really perplexed at the time. Hey, just so you know, what's her name? Dope in Me or whatever. They paid.
She's commenting, so
yeah, I'm just gonna tell her they paid 50 to drop you. That's the rule. I can't bring you back. I would love to bring you back up. You can pay 100. They can crowdfund to bring you back up. I would love to hear what the fuck happened between you and your baby daddy, and why are you up here caping for a man like him? That's wicked work. But rules are rules. We can't do it.
But they definitely see that in themselves. Like the sad reality is like when you see people projecting in that way, what they usually are doing is they're talking about the ways that they see a better version of themselves being able to handle the things that they thought they should have been able to handle. So they like, especially with women who are pickings in particular, like they will talk about women who choose the wrong man or pick the wrong dad or blah, blah, blah. But then when you get to the root of it, it's like, wait a minute, but you have a baby dad and you have a dude who was abusive to you. Like, you can understand these things. Why are you against them? And the root of that is like, they genuinely feel like they could have gotten themselves out of those situations if only they had been a little bit better, a little bit smarter, a little bit wiser. Like, they think if they could go back in time that they would be able to change whatever course took place after making that wrong decision, not realizing that you didn't actually make the wrong decision. That person who chose to do you wrong and mistreat you, they're the one who made the wrong decision, and you can't project that onto other people and try to fix that in us because you couldn't fix that in you.
Yeah, it's really sad, actually. And she did sound like I'm not even being funny, it sounded like she needs therapy, which we all need therapy, but and Dope, I know you're still commenting, and it's just the fact that you said that children are better off in a household of two, and you're arguing this, but you're co-parenting with the narcissist. So I'm assuming that you guys don't live together. So you've already acknowledged that he's a narcissist and you don't want to live with him, which is great. I've done the same thing, but to get on here and virtue signal that it's better for children to grow up with a mother and father in the household when you've already took the steps not to be part, you don't do that. So why are you up here saying that that's what we should be doing?
Someone in the comments said, why are we bringing up that lady family? Well, she kind of put her family on the table herself, you know? Like, we didn't bring that lady family up. She brought her own family into the card in this chat, so she began that herself.
And it's not talking about her family. It's drawing an inference to where those points are coming from. Like, and nobody's up here, like, you know, pointing the finger at her or the baby dad or the baby. Like, this is a good example of how anybody can do this. Like, when you're having these conversations and you're talking about things that you've experienced, truthfully, you are better off using yourself as an example and going, hey, I'm the blueprint for why it is I feel this way, and this is something I'm working through, as opposed to trying to make that general for the whole, which is what she did. She tried to make that something that was general for everybody, but the reality is she's projecting because of what she was going through.
And she literally was arguing that children are better off with the father. So is she going to give her child's father full custody?
Absolutely not.
Like, is she going to give up her rights to the child for the sake of the future or whatever she was saying is better with her study that she never studied?
I gotta give you something real quick. I just so y'all know, I forgot to tell y'all earlier. I strained my hamstring last night. This is a random story. Last night I was on a live and I was outside. I had just got done walking my dog and I had like walked down to the end of my street, which I live like on a little private street. And but pretty much, long story short, it's a park across the street from my house. It was 2 coyotes in the park. They was fucking like, I don't know, like 30 yards away from me in the park. And they were running this way. Then there were some little, like some tall bushes. And I was watching them. And then they like immediately like banked the left and started charging towards me. So I took off running. Because I didn't have Teddy with me. If I didn't have Teddy with me, you know, maybe or a stick, I probably would have stayed. But I didn't have nothing. I was just on my phone. And I took off running. Boom. But I didn't have on my boots. I had changed my shoes. I had on them Vomeros or whatever, them light ass Nikes. Shit feel like you running with your feet. You know what I'm saying? Them motherfuckers is light. And I'm fast as fuck, but I'm old. I ain't really opened up the, you know what I mean? I ain't stretched my legs in a minute. I ain't worked out like 6 months. Man, I got about I don't know. I was right about to stop running too. Boom. You hear when you play. I don't know if you ever pulled a muscle. You can like hear it in your ear. That shit said. I felt that motherfucker. Oh shit! So they had me fucked up. Yeah. So that's where I'm at.
Because you had your dress shoes on.
No.
I didn't have my dress shoes on. I had on the tennis shoes.
I don't mean literally.
Oh. I wish I had on my boots. If I would have had on my boots, I never would have ran. That's what
You said you were being chased by what now?
Two coyotes.
Actual coyotes?
Yeah, there's a bunch of them around here. But they go to this park. It's a little small park, right? Like within like, I don't know, fucking 100 yards away from my doorstep. There's a park. And in the park, it'd be a bunch of like small rodents, like not mice, it'd be like squirrels and gophers and rabbits, like all like everywhere. Like you go to the park and when you go drive down the street, the squirrel be running across the street. Like I didn't hit them on accident one time. Like it was sad as hell.
You have squirrels, okay.
Yeah, everybody got squirrels. It's infested with squirrels. So the coyotes was just out hunting. They were just hunting their little squirrel dinners. But it's a bunch of lights. The lights is on, as bright as fuck. You can see them. Motherfuckers looked at me. Teddy bigger than a coyote, right? Coyote like 60, 70 pounds. Teddy fucking 90 plus pounds. Teddy would have beat one of them coyotes' asses. You know, probably the other one gets scared off. I would have beat up the other. Fine. But me being solo dolo like that, I took off. Ain't that full flat on them niggas. I got to that. I felt that little, oh, they got me. I thought I got bit. I had to turn around. I was like, oh, shit.
I'm still trying to get past the coyote part. We have niggas, so we don't have coyotes. I don't know.
We got both.
Okay. Oh,
we got it all. What the fuck?
I couldn't even imagine having both. Nah,
you think it's an option out here? Like you either got niggas. Nah, nigga, you got to deal with coyotes and niggas.
My word.
It's crazy.
No, and that makes sense, but I never Because California has a lot of mountains.
Yeah, very mountainous.
Oh my God, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know what I would do if I saw a freaking coyote. Mountain lions.
I've seen mountain lions before, bears.
Like in your neighborhood?
No, just in nature. Like, cause I go, you know what I'm saying? Like I've been in Pasadena, and they like come, like they'll like in Monroe, which is, I don't know. Pasadena is like a populated city. They be like rummaging through people's like garbage and shit. Like my homie like seen them.
Mountain lions?
Not mountain lions. Mountain lions come down, but bears all the time. Like you see bears like all the time in the summertime. All the time.
Oh my word.
Mm-hmm. That shit crazy. Yeah, LA, the city, it got all the predatory animals. They be there. Like they'll be like, because they scavengers. And it be animals there to hunt. When I walk Teddy every night, I see big ass raccoons, big ass possums every night. Every time we go for a walk.
We have possums. I've seen a possum, and I thought that was probably the most terrifying animal I've seen up close. Outside of maybe, have I seen? Yeah, alligator. But no. Oh, no. Yeah. I can't do that with no coyotes and mountain lions. Ugh.
Yeah, they've been here. I've been seeing coyotes since I was a kid. In the project shit, I done came out early in the morning. They be just trotting, going back to their dens or whatever, because they hunt at night. They hunt like all night in the morning. So if you wake up early enough, you'll see them. Often.
How does that work with your homeless population? Do people get eaten by coyotes? Is that a thing?
Never. The coyotes know what they're doing. They steer clear. Yeah, coyotes like 60, 70 pounds. They're not too big. They all right. Maybe little dog. Yeah, I can see little dogs getting eaten for sure. Babies don't be getting snatched up, but coyotes pretty small. Like most niggas got like Rottweilers and pit bulls and shit. Like your pit bull will fuck up a coyote. Like you straight, you good.
No, I did hear about them owls in Alaska that be picking up people's kids.
Yeah, birds of prey are
what?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, we got hawks right by my. If I open them up, I see a hawk. I guarantee you. It's hawks all the time.
Too, though, don't they? Don't hawks do that too? They'll try to pick up people like toddlers.
Hawks are,
or is that just owls?
Hawks are kind of small. I don't know how much bigger.
Well, never mind, I guess. Or is that eagles I'm thinking of?
Yeah, eagles will do that shit. Hawks are kind of small. Eagles will pick your ass up though. Eagles will pick your ass up. Like an eagle is a motherfucker.
And they like freakishly strong.
They're super strong. Their claws are like stupid strong. Like really ridiculously strong. Yeah, eagles will do that, but not. Owls don't do that. They smart. Owls don't hunt in the daytime. They hunt at night. That's why their eyes so fucking big.
That's true. So maybe I'm thinking about eagles.
It's eagles, yeah. Eagles hunt in the daytime. Eagles drop out the fucking sky like 300 miles an hour. You don't even know the motherfuckers come. Yeah, the eagles is crazy. When you see an eagle in real life, when you see them big ass birds of prey in real life, you don't realize how big birds are because you see them. Crows is big. Because you see him in the sky and shit, you be like, oh, crows. Well, you see a fucking crow on a perch, you be like, that's a big ass fucking bird. Look how big that bird is.
At our zoo, we have vultures and
huge.
I think we do have an eagle. I think we do have an eagle.
Vultures are huge.
The wingspan is insane. It is the freakiest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Vultures are huge, tall too, tall as fuck. Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's some big ass birds of prey are freaky. I'm telling you. Like people be thinking because you don't never see them, or they be high up in the tree. Like, oh, cute bird. You see a bird walking, you see one of them little motherfuckers, you be like, that's a dinosaur.
Exactly. It literally is though.
I can see that now.
Yeah.
I believe it.
My son gave me a report. He's obsessed with dinosaurs, and he gave me a report on the history of chickens. And I think they're closely related to like something that looks almost like a gator, as opposed to like an actual like bird, which is really weird.
I can see that. Yeah. And if you pluck
modern day dinosaurs,
if you pluck them, you see their skin is all like scaly, like a reptile. They almost look reptilian.
Yeah.
Then they lay eggs, but they look like mammals.
When I clean them before I fry them.
Yo, you definitely got to clean. But they look like mammals on the outside. You'd be like, oh, a bird is a mammal. And you're like, nah, the motherfucker lay an egg. Then when you pluck it, you're like, wait, that motherfucker look like a lizard. A baby bird look like a lizard. Like it looked like a lizard with some little fur on it. They look like lizards though, with wings. You'd be like, damn, that shit is nature is a motherfucker. That's why I hate when people try to come up here and be like zoologists. I'll be like, you don't know You know nothing about this shit. Like, just leave it alone.
Women in nature, like, please, sir, please.
See, and that's why the wolf, I'll be like, bro.
You do not want to talk about creatures in nature, because every single time the male creatures in nature will disappoint you more than the male creatures in like the human species.
For real. Y'all don't know nothing about animals. Shut the fuck up. Y'all are not motherfucking, what's the crocodile hunter? Y'all don't know nothing about Steve Irwin. You know nothing about these species whatsoever. Just
lions don't do nothing. Lionesses do all the hunting. Female hyenas are way worse than male hyenas. Same thing with hippos. Like, when you start looking at the female species of like animals, majority of the time they are actually dominant, which is kind of, I don't know why women are more invested in like trying to prove that we're the alphas. But I think it's our humanity that kind of stops us from being like, no, we're at the top of the food chain. And probably social conditioning. But like when you actually use nature as a reference, the females are dominant. Female seahorses. I just found out the other week, thanks to TikTok, that bees kick all the male bees out during the wintertime. Yeah. And if they don't want to leave, they
kill them. Mm-hmm. Yep. They don't fuck with the male bees.
Use that example.
And they only use them to hunch. Them niggas don't. They don't do nothing.
They kick them all out because they wasteful. They use up all the resources. Like, it's very, it's very coded. It's very, it's very mystic in the way that like it kind of all comes together. But like, if you were to use nature, like the females would be on top.
Yeah.
Female spiders, they eat they prey. I mean, they eat they mates.
The males, yeah. All the males get eaten when you a spider. And they be way smaller too, often. They be like small as fuck compared to the female. The females be way bigger. You're like, damn, that shit crazy. Yeah, it's just that's why I don't eat my husband when he get home. That's what you should do. That's why I don't I don't mention like animals. It's also just weird, but I just don't mention animals and humans. I'm like, y'all don't know. These niggas, animals can eat shit. They eat bones and flesh and, you know what I'm saying? Like, you are not an animal, bro. You got to cook your fucking shit. It's a bird flu going around. It's dehumanizing, though. And it's dehumanizing, but yeah. But I'm just saying, like, even if you, because I respect nature, so I don't compare, I don't look at everything like, oh, that's bad. I'm like, that's fucking a marvel of nature. I respect it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you don't know nothing. Y'all don't know nothing about this shit. The ants cost $13 a carton for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, you niggas, y'all don't really understand nature the way you think you do. You don't get it. Like, I don't think you guys know what the fuck is going on out there. You know what I'm saying?
And they don't solve the kind of problems that they think that they do, because why are we paying millions of dollars for eggs and meat and all this stuff? If men are naturally hunters and providers and all of this stuff, why haven't y'all innovated to the point where even when something goes awry, like, you have something else already in place to sort of absolve that issue?
Mm-hmm.
If naturally you provide.
Oh, that makes sense. Teresa, damn. Stephanie said, the Life Alert collection plate, please, y'all. Not too much on my blown out hamstring. That shit hurt like a motherfucker. Hey, I might have to spin a block one time. Where we at with?
Go ahead. I gotta go get my baby.
All right. I appreciate you coming up, Carson. I'm spinning a block, y'all. Let's see what we can get into. Okay. What's going on in this motherfucking, y'all? Should I go back to my OG prompt? Let's go back to the OG prompt. Shoe Bill Storks. All right. No problem. Thanks, 3. I love that. We up in this thing. Spin the block one time with your boy. Oh, that's not even the right prompt. I'll keep it up. Fuck it. Fuck it. Nah, you know what? Fuck that. What's up? What's good? What's good? You know what? I'm gonna do something else with this bitch. Why that happen? Okay. There we go. There we go. All right. We're gonna see what happens. We're gonna see what happens. I'm gonna look him up right now. Shoe Bill Storks. Storks always look weird to me. Oh yeah, I've seen these before. Yeah, they look like people. They got people eyes. I don't like these motherfuckers. They look crazy. Yeah, them real dinosaurs. Shoe Bill Storks are real dinosaurs. That's what dinosaurs look like. People think dinosaurs had like didn't have feathers and shit. Dinosaurs have feathers and shit. Y'all don't know what dino skin look like. I think they look like birds. I think they had little feathers and little funny ass hairs and shit. Yeah, this bird too big for me. They probably some nice ass birds too. Oh, they be eating other birds, whole ducks and shit. Okay, yeah, they mean they them type of birds. Storks do be eating all the other birds in the swamp and shit. Shut up, Siren. Yeah, I'm big into birds. I used to not understand bird watchers. Then I got old, and I was like, hey, birds seem kind of, they eat monkeys. Oh damn, that's crazy. Right, Biku. I don't like people eyes on animals. Shit, fuck with me. Grandiose Vagrant. GV back, man. They used to eat babies, nigga. What do you think about Trump's plan to eliminate the income tax? I'm scared. Shoe Bill Stork is what it was called. Blobfishes. Crazy. Nah, he can't do that. I also don't want to get rid of the income tax. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, what the fuck? I don't want to get rid of the income tax. That's crazy. I want our money to be used more efficiently and more effectively, but I don't want to get rid of it. We definitely need the income tax. Do I think masculinity is the evil to the good? I think masculinity was created to be evil. I don't know if it's, it's masculinity isn't a reaction to something. It was, you know what I mean? Like it's the cause. So, it causes the bad. It causes the harm. You know what I'm saying? It's I don't know. It's tough. Thanks, Ness. She bite? Who bite? Oh, that's a marketing term? Oh, okay. I never heard of it before. Are you a feminine man since masculinity is all toxic? I don't subscribe to either. But yeah, I mean, whatever you want to call it. Whatever y'all want to call it. You want to call it feminine? Call it feminine. I don't know. I wouldn't call myself feminine. You know what I'm saying? No knock on femininity. I just wouldn't call myself feminine. I don't think I meet the criteria to be a feminine man. Why can't men be men anymore? What does that mean? How aren't men are men? Men Men be mening all the time. We be mening everywhere we go. Why? Like what are we saying? What are we saying? You had not only can you be a man, they are encouraging you to be a man in our society. I don't know. You come up, Valisa. You're more than welcome to come up and ask the question. I'm not gonna have a conversation with you in the comments though. Yeah. Just skimming the comments. If you would like to come up, we could have the conversation. Oh, Alexis, you know Alexa? Hold on, wait. Alexis, you know Valisa? I never heard of her. Why can't we be as harmful as our grandfathers? Right, Obsidian? Why can't men backhand women anymore when they don't prepare the dinner the way that they want them to? You want to bring that bike? You want that? You want that to come back? Tiffany, that's how I feel about being black. So I feel you. That's exactly how I feel about being black. I ain't gonna even hold you. What up, friend?
Hey, what up, bro? How you doing?
Good, man.
I want to say that I just occurred to me. You know, we've known each other for a while, and we agree on most stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there's something that you keep opinion you keep bringing up that I keep having a visceral, even physical reaction to, and it is your take that Kobe is the GOAT.
I knew you was about to say that. I knew you were gonna say that's so funny when you said I was like, he gonna say something about Kobe.
I love you, brother, but I cannot get. That's the only thing that I really can't get. Even when I don't quite agree with you, I can be like, I see where you're coming from. That's the only you've got to drop that. You've got to stop saying that, bro.
I can't, man. I can't. That's my GOAT, man. But I don't argue with nobody. Hey, you think Jordan the GOAT? I love it. You think Bron the GOAT? I love it. I ain't gonna argue. You think Magic the GOAT? You think it's certain people I reject, but it's certain people you can say whatever. You think Kareem the GOAT? You think Wilt the GOAT? George Mikan? I love that for you. But that's the GOAT. Kobe, my nigga. That's my guy. But on the court, off the court, he was a fucking nut.
I don't know too much about Kobe off the court, but
yeah, you do.
Do I? Oh,
yeah. The hell?
I almost forgot. I don't even like to speak.
Never forget about that.
Woo.
Never forget about that.
Man.
That boy crazy.
Hey, you know, that appetite.
Mm-hmm. That appetite was not it. That nigga needed to be full. Vanessa did her job. That nigga he wanted a little dessert.
Now, my question is, does masculinity have to be toxic? Does it have to be? Is there an alternative to the masculinity that's being represented right now? And is there a way back? Is there a way for masculinity to become either less toxic, or can we separate the toxicity from masculinity? Can we redefine masculinity?
No, I think ultimately it's going to end up being a net negative because that's what it was created for. It's like saying, what can we salvage when it comes to race? Like what parts of like as long as race exists, inevitably it will be it's all this shit is like the fucking Lord of the Rings, right? Mm-hmm. Like it does. If as soon as you put on a ring, it's going to corrupt you.
Right.
Eventually, it may take 1,000 years, it may take a day. It doesn't matter, but eventually you will be corrupted because that is why the ring was created. It was created to corrupt you. That is why masculinity and femininity was created. It was created to corrupt us. That's why. You know what I'm saying? That's why all of these systems were created and all these constructs were created. They were created to divide us and corrupt us. So to me, I think the safest bet is just to get rid of it all.
Yeah.
Right?
A lot of the of Western philosophy talks about, this state of nature where if we didn't have the constructs, the governments, before any of this stuff existed, hypothetically, or if we didn't have these things, how would humans operate? You know, and I wonder if maybe it's hard for me as a person born in this dispensation of time to even understand a world without the binary of masculinity, femininity, and things of nature. Just something I've been raised with and socialized into.
Yeah.
Can you explain or imagine a world without those things existing? Like, what, in your opinion, do you think would ultimately what would the difference be in the world?
Less violence, significantly less violence. People will be more free. I mean, less violence, like definitely like gender-based violence would cease to exist. You know, the LGBTQIA would be way better protected, right? There wouldn't be an LGBTQIA. You know what I mean? Like it wouldn't be something. People would just be people, and they would just exist, and it wouldn't matter how they dress or how they presented or, you know, anything like that. Like imagine if we didn't have this binary I don't know, like I don't want to say vision, but interpretation of gender, right? And you didn't to be considered quote unquote a woman or a man, you didn't have to present as either.
You could just say you were.
You can just say you were, or neither exists. I'm saying, and you just are
me, right?
You're just you, yeah, and nobody gives a fuck about any of that. You know what I mean? Like, so now you're not ostracized. Now you're not otherized. Now you're not kicked out of the group. Now you don't fall lower on the hierarchy, or whatever the case may be. So yeah, I could easily imagine. I can imagine a world without, the same way I can imagine a world without racism, the same way I can imagine a world without capitalism. I could easily imagine a world without gender or without masculinity or femininity or anything like that. Like that's like my dream. Like I dream about it. I'm like, man, that would be fucking crazy. And that's
like Martin Luther King's dream, right? Where he's like, you know, you're not judged by the color of your skin, but the content of your character.
Yeah.
That if we stop looking at, because of the way I was raised and socialized, even if I'm trying to break free, it's not going to be easy to do.
Yeah. It's damn near impossible for us at 40.
When I see a woman or someone that's feminine presenting, I have certain stereotypes about that person that may even prevent me from getting to know that person, the real person.
Yep.
For better or for worse, right?
Yep.
You could get tricked, say she's beautiful, and let her get away with something bad. Or you can say that man is dashing, he has a strong chin, and he looks like a leader, and then you let him lead you into a ditch.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
For better or for worse, we have these stereotypes. And it would be a lovely world if we could break free from our preconceived notions about people based on the gender that they present, and get down to actually seeing and being seen. It does sound like a beautiful thing. You know, I just struggle with that world myself. I just struggle with, you know, imagining that world.
Yeah,
so.
Like how would it actually look? No, I understand. That's the goal. I know one thing I know for sure, it looks better than this world. You know what I'm saying? Like whether I could see everything, and there may be some downside to, you know, whatever, I don't know. But I know it looks better than this world, because anything looks better than this world at this point. Right?
Yeah.
For the most part.
You know, Donald Trump said that he's going to make Martin Luther King's dream come true in his inauguration speech.
Okay.
So
by saying that, mean or mean.
Donald Trump bringing about the end of genders, the end of races, the end of all of that stuff.
He's just gonna make it more binary. He just
right.
He just said, yeah, we're gonna make Martin Luther King's dream a reality. Men are men and women are women, and that's that. And we're okay, cool.
I know King was of a different time, so he probably didn't think about it the way that we're talking about it.
He would.
But I think that he would also be, you know, probably open to talking to ideas, especially in this day and age. You know?
If Martin Luther King was alive, he was whatever. He'd be like 80-something years old. You know, I think he would have been on the gender. I think he would have got on with that eventually. I think that would have been his next step. You know what I mean? you know, or he would have been
coalition building, right? Mm-hmm. He would build coalitions across groups of people that normally couldn't get together and, you know, find common ground.
Yeah.
And he was a coalition builder. So no doubt about that. I think that he was, you know, even for his time, he was, progressive when it came to, you know, women and what, you know, he understood that those type of struggles were all connected together because we were all fighting the same type of enemies, you know?
Yeah.
And I wish that he would have had about 40 more years to talk to people, just for people to hear him, just for people to see what his example, because the world would definitely be a much different place had he still been with us. So.
Yep, absolutely. That's what it is, man. They have disrespected our ancestors. They don't appreciate all the hard work our ancestors put in. Who is they? Who are you talking about?
I know who they are. It's the people that are rolling back everything that they did right now, that our ancestors have done right now. They're already trying to erode the 1964 Voting Act, and the Civil Rights Acts. They're saying that we don't need them anymore because we're in a post-racial world because Obama was president. And this is all, I didn't think I was going to live through another period of white backlash, but here we are in the midst of it. And it seems like every time Black people get a little anything done for the world, because we don't just do it for us. Whenever Black people get gains for Black people, the whole world benefits because of that. But now we're seeing a rollback of all those things, and there's a long white backlash that's on the way right now. And we see that the people that always talk the real talk about it, like the Democratic Party, they try to act like they were kind of counteracting that. You see how they have been just basically they're feckless now. It's not even a real party anymore.
Yeah,
we're destroyed. But it's going to take normal people to look at the world kind of the way that you're looking at it, where we're trying to get rid of some of these things that divide us, so that we can concentrate on what's important, and that's really loving on and helping people.
Yeah, that's real facts. What did they say? Oh, they mentioned what's his name, Bayard Rustin, a gay male. So Silent Twin said, gay male that they say actually came up with the non-violent tactic. Yeah, I can see that. I guess that was the same man that organized the Million Man March, but the march.
And then this is how are men useful? I haven't found anything useful about a man that was useful because they're a man. There are useful people. I'm useful. I'm a useful person. You're a useful person. Everyone has value, but your value is not in being a man. If I am a man, just because I am a man, I identify as a man, and I'm a man. That does not give me my value.
Yeah, you know? I think it's like, what is the value in maleness? Like, how is, you know what I mean? Like, I know society falsely creates a value for maleness, but what is the real world value of maleness?
You mean like being a male or being a man? Because to me, those are two different things.
Well, no, I mean, maleness would be like you being a man, or you identifying as such, or whatever the case may be.
Okay. So just inherently just because I am a man, there's nothing that I can do that I don't think my wife or my daughter or my cousin that are female or women, that they can do. You know what I'm saying? I do not believe there's anything that is that being a man does not make me special. You know, it's the other titles that make me a special. And in general, I think that about everybody. You know, I didn't have to do anything to be a man. I just had to grow up, be born as one, and grow up as one. There's no reason to look at that as a point of pride, because it wasn't something that I earned or did to do that. So I look for different places. If I'm, as far as a point of pride, I look at other things about me that I consider unique in order to find pride in those things. And I feel like my usefulness comes out of those other things, not out of being a man. So I don't think that, how are men useful? They're no more useful than any other person. And you know what I mean? considering the other attributes of being human. You know,
the things that are taught to men the things that we as a society teach men, how to perform maleness and how to perform masculinity. How are those things beneficial?
They're not. I don't benefit from them.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, in a lot of ways, I have been they're ball and chain on me. You know, the preconceived notions of what a man is, the stereotypes of what is a man and what makes a man a good man.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes those things are a ball and chain on you that, you know, allow people to stereotype you, good or bad, but it just keeps people from seeing you as a human first, you know?
Yeah.
Especially when you're talking about your closest and most intimate relationships. A lot of people suffer because of their partner's preconceived notions of what a quote unquote man is or what a quote unquote woman is.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
the gender roles.
Yeah, those gender roles and things of that nature. People are suffering because of that. The world has suffered because of that. We have held women and feminine presenting people back for centuries and millennia because of these preconceived notions, because of these fetters that have been put on humans.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't see the value in the term. I don't see the value in the stereotype. I don't see the value in the usefulness of the particular brand, for lack of a better word.
Yep. Just Key.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, thank you.
So I was curious, you made a comment, you said that men are useful because we have more stamina.
Yes, I think that men are stronger than women on average. They have more stamina. So there are things that men have.
How is that a good thing?
Are more useful than women.
How is being stronger and having more stamina in and of itself a good thing?
Because you can go for longer doing things, whether it's if you're working out in the yard or if you're building the house or things like that. Like you just have more energy to expand towards those type of things. Whereas women, I feel like it's easier for us to get a little more tired. We have our hormones and everything else that goes through us, and guys don't, have that issue. So you're able to go for much longer.
Wait, yeah, man.
I have a question for you, Justkey. So if I don't have a lot of stamina, for instance, if I don't have a lot of stamina or I'm not very strong, does that mean I'm no longer a man?
Absolutely not. I believe in intrinsic in value. So I'm not saying that just because you don't have stamina that you have no value as a man. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying in general, I believe that men are able to, do the how they're in the gym. They can be in the gym for 3 or 4 hours. Like a woman could be in the gym if she was motivated to do it, but I feel as though they can naturally just do that because they have the energy and they have the stamina to do it.
That's interesting. I don't know if men have more stamina than women, even fit. I mean, it depends. It depends on what we're doing.
Well, I mean, if you look at the military, if you look at the military, when they do their
training,
what's it called, like their physical test, their PT test, and things like that, for age ranges, they expect you to do a certain amount of push-ups. When it comes to men and women, a woman at 25 could be expected to do 60 push-ups in 2 minutes, whereas a man is expected to do 100 more. And that's because the studies show that a man has the physical ability to do that.
What if I told you that they made those tests in such a way that it would favor the strengths that men have over women? That there's a way for you to make different tests where women would outperform men physically on average. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's like talking about the IQ test and saying like, well, I guess white people are smarter than black people because look at the IQ test. Yeah, but look who created the IQ test and how they, you know what I mean? Like, what is the test? Like, what goes into it, into creating it, right? It's a biased test.
Okay, but something as simple as push-ups and sit-ups. I mean, let's just take you and your wife, for example. Do you believe that your wife could do more push-ups than you in a minute?
I don't believe most men could do more push-ups than me in a minute.
But I'm asking about—
No, my wife included, though. I'm saying, but what is that? That's what I'm saying. Most men in a minute, right? I could probably do, and this is even right now because I haven't been working out, but right now I can do 50 push-ups straight easily, right? In a minute, which I've done this test before, I could probably do like 80 in a minute, right? Like max. I'm saying like at my max when I was like really, really strong and I was working out all the time, I could do probably 80 push-ups in a minute. The vast majority of men can't do 80 push-ups. I could bench press over 220 pounds, right? Not right now, but you know what I'm saying? When I work out, I can bench press 220 pounds. The vast majority of men can't bench press 220 pounds. See what I mean? Like what that doesn't like what does that mean?
Well, that's in comparison to you as another man, but in comparison to me as a woman, you can do 80 push-ups at your peak in 60 seconds. I could probably do like 10 push-ups, even if I'm like trying my hardest to do this, even at my physical peak. So it's like it still stands. I
but there are women that can bench press more than Pub does.
That's my point. That's what I'm saying. It's just a weird. I don't know.
Those are women who are already in that type of arena. Yes, there are women who are bodybuilders. There's women who lift weights professionally. They're already in that field. So they're upping their stamina. They're already doing those things and they're making it to a level of some similar to a man because most women cannot push out 80 push-ups in a second, even if they are at their physical peak. 21 years old, I cannot push out 80 push-ups in a second, even if I tried.
Do you think if they
either? I 7 hours I watched my wife push out my youngest son. 7 hours.
I couldn't do that shit. Even if I had a vagina and ovaries.
I was looking at her.
I couldn't do it.
And I'm looking and I'm like, there is no way on God's green earth.
I couldn't do it. Like I'm telling you, me right now with my body, I could have a vagina, ovaries, whatever, right? The things it takes to push a baby out. I couldn't do it with I wouldn't be strong enough to do it mentally or physically. I wouldn't be strong enough to do it. I would break 100%. I would be like, dope me up, put me to sleep, C-section, like whatever. Like I'm not pushing out no fucking baby. That's crazy. My wife was like, I don't want drugs. I'm doing this all natural. She pushed that baby out all natural.
Oh, she did that?
2 times. Yeah, my wife did it twice.
Well, I'm not surprised that it was your wife that her. I'm not surprised she did that. She's indomitable.
Yeah,
but
she a wild person.
That's insane.
Yeah,
even in that case of your wife being able to do that and women being able to do that, our bodies are preparing itself to do that. From the moment that we start our cycle, our bodies biologically are preparing ourselves for that.
Yeah.
So,
but that's a different type of strength, Jersky.
Your body isn't preparing to do
I know,
that.
but apply that same logic to me being able to do more push-ups than you. It's just different. It's just different strengths. Like I said, so they created a test where it would show that men were stronger in this particular thing. Yeah, overall, yep, men have more upper body strength than women. I agree.
Men can do more push-ups than women because their center of gravity is different. Or my center of gravity goes across my chest, where a woman's center of gravity goes across her hips, and it's just totally different.
Damn, I didn't even think about that.
Exercises that women can do more than men too, and women are generally more flexible than men.
That's what that's where I was getting to. That's why I was saying, that like if you did a test of like who is the most flexible, which is a sign of strength, who is more flexible? Women. They would whoop our asses. Flexible mobility is very much important when it comes to strength. Very, very important. My wife said I can't do a plank longer than her. She's right. Not right now. I couldn't. I could at a time, but she'll beat me right now for sure. I ain't been working out, man. I ain't gonna even lie. I'm bad.
So is it saying that like men aren't useful? Like is that what you're trying to say? That men just aren't useful in any way? Because their strength, I think, is something that's useful. Their stamina, I think, is useful. And you're saying, well,
I don't think we need it. I don't think we need it as a society. I think we would be just fine with just the strength of women physically, right? Like, so is it useful though? Yeah, maybe. But then this also, you have to take into account whatever negative impacts that men have on society as well. And then is that enough? When men are stronger than women, but do we use our strength for good more than we use it for bad? Right? Us at our strongest, are we our best? The strongest men, are they the best men on the planet, or are they the fucking worst men on the planet? The men who have the most power, are do they exercise that power in a responsible way or in a not responsible way, generally speaking? You see what I'm saying? Like, so that's how you have to think about it. You're right.
And also, if you think about it, everybody that comes up here and says that men are stronger, they bring up stuff like building houses and doing, breaking bricks and stuff. But last time I checked, we use tools for all of that stuff.
Yeah.
A woman can use a bulldozer just like a man can use a bulldozer. A woman can build a group of women, a crew of women could build a skyscraper in the same amount of time that a group of men could build a skyscraper because they're using the tools in order to do it.
And they will work better. Here's another way that women would be able to do it, because the men fuck off more than women on the job sites. They get distracted more easily. Men cannot multitask better than women, right? So women would end up being more productive, and they probably would do it faster, even though they're physically weaker, but they would be able to do it faster. So what does it matter if I could do more push-ups than a woman at that? How is my strength benefiting us as a society, right? If women are better and more efficient, then what does it matter if I can squat more than my wife? You know what I mean? Like I don't understand I'm not seeing the connection on that one. Right? It's like this. When you talk about strength, people love talking about weights, right? Weights aren't functional though. Like you're not doing this that often. Like this is not, you know what I'm saying? Like that's not a functional motion, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? Lifting weights is fine, and it definitely helps you get stronger in a lot of ways. But like the strongest motherfuckers are people that do like calisthenics, people that do like body weight. You know what I mean? Like those people are like way stronger than a fucking bodybuilder. You ever watch an MMA fighter fight a dude? I watched an MMA fighter that weighed like 180 pounds fight a big ass, giant ass bodybuilding dude that weighed like 240 pounds. He whooped his ass in like 3 minutes. You just like it does. He was stronger than him. Like when it came to like functionals, he had a better core. His core was stronger than his, right? Which I think women have more core strength than men pound for pound. I don't know overall, but I think pound for pound they do. But yeah, I like all of that stuff like matters. That's what I'm saying. Like, so I don't get too caught up in like, yeah, I can do more push-ups than a woman. Fine. Yeah, I can curl more than a woman. When the fuck is this coming into play though? I've curled 110 pounds. I've never picking up a baby. My wife can pick up my kids and she can carry my babies. And you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not understanding, right? I'm not understanding the correlation, but I'm not saying, I'm sorry. I am saying that the way that men are conditioned, Just Key, so you can understand, the way that men are conditioned, not only are we not useful, we're destructive. It's not about not being useful, right? We are the most destructive force on the face of the planet. Can you name a more destructive force than men on the planet?
Mm-mm.
So if we're the most destructive force on the planet, how is that useful?
But you could say that in large about just humans in general. We
No, you
all
can't.
contribute to
You can't.
You can though.
You can't.
You can't.
You can't. You cannot. You want to say that, but you can't say that. It wouldn't. I mean, you could say it. It just wouldn't be logical. It wouldn't be true.
Why
It would be ahistorical. When? What? Name the worst thing women have done as a collective.
I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
Okay.
As a collective,
Yeah.
it's because women aren't in positions, I guess. So men are the ones who start the wars and things like that. Is that what you mean?
Do women? Do you think this is not scientific? I'm just curious. Do you think that women would starve people? You think there would be this? You think that like the rampant amount of starvation that exists on the planet would exist like if women were in control?
No.
Do you think the level of destruction of the planet, like the environment, you think that it would be at this level if women were in control?
In that case, like we all contribute to fossil fuel emissions and different things like that affect the world. We all contribute to that.
I know, but you're not. The reason why that would be a moot point is because men created a system, and then we have to artificially rely on these things that aren't really. I mean, we don't artificially rely on them, but we rely on them. But we don't need to rely on fossil fuels, right? Like in theory, we don't. But in our society, we do. So we all do. That's like saying black people contributed to slavery.
Well, let's break it down to something that doesn't have to exist. Because right now, the way we live, a lot of things, they exist as a function of what we want to see in society. But let's think about something that we all agree shouldn't exist. Things like lynch mobs, the KKK, things like that, right? The reason that these things is partly of the reason these things exist is because of a function of what men believed men are supposed to do in this world. Like a lot of white teen men believe that when they were acting as Triple K members, they were actually doing something that was good for society. They were functioning as men should act. They're being masculine. They're feeling like they're being masculine by doing those things.
Yeah.
Where is the women's lynch mob?
That was for you, Jusky.
Women were a part of those things.
Hold on, wait. Hold on. You didn't hear what he said. He already addressed that. They were a part of it, right? They were a part of it. They weren't the reason the mobs exist.
They were packing lunches and...
No, they was there. They was there. They was cheering them on too. Absolutely, they were there.
They were doing that, right? They were making the little drinks. You come back sweaty. We just burned across.
Yep.
Here, have a cold iced tea. They were doing that type of stuff.
But the question would be...
It wouldn't have existed at all if it wasn't for men's idea of what masculinity is and them trying to project that masculinity out into action in the world.
It's like this. It's like my question to you would be, Jusky, would be, what do you think would happen if those women wouldn't have participated in it? What do you think would have happened to those women? They would have turned on them. So how are you blaming them for participating? You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna hold them responsible. Don't get me wrong. See, I don't. let me be very, very clear. I am going to hold your feet to the fire. Definitely, right? There is a postcard of your nana on that motherfucker. Like, get up. Like, yes, fuck you and your nana. Absolutely, no doubt about it. But I know why the mobs existed, like to what Friend was saying. I know why they were there to begin with. That's all I'm saying. That's all we're saying. It's like, how are you going to blame women for that because they participated in it? Black people participate in our own destruction too, technically. Are we the reason why, though, it exists? Absolutely the fuck not. Hell no.
We saw that right now, it just happened in the election, right? Where there was this whole rumor going around where all these women, because it was in the best interest of a woman to vote for Kamala Harris. If it was between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump, the best interest of a woman would be to vote for Kamala Harris. And there was this whole little thing where they were like, all these women were going to go in secret and vote for Kamala Harris behind their husband's back. No, but these women understood that more importantly than even having their own rights or protecting another woman's rights, it was more important to have that proximity to power, because if that power turned on them, they would not be able to resist it. And therefore, you saw a large amount, even large droves of white women that were talking that talk that, they took our right to talk, still vote for Donald Trump. Mm-hmm. They did it because they had to take their womanhood off and put on their whiteness in order to say we're going to maintain proximity to whiteness and instead of fighting for our own marginalized position.
In this country, race trumps everything.
Okay, but if the point of contention is based off of fear, then what is the alternative? Because you're saying that if we go against them, that it will be turned back on us, and then if we go with them, then we are perpetuating the. I think women are victims. For the most part, I think women are victims. That's why I would never say something like, "Oh, women are just as bad as men," or it don't matter who runs it. I think it's just a human thing, and I'm like, no, women are victims. So the same way a queen could run could run a kingdom, right? Be in charge of a kingdom or whatever, but she still has to function within a patriarchy. It's not like once she became queen, the patriarchy ceased to exist. The same way when Obama became president, it's not like racism ceased to exist.
Racism was alive and well while Obama was president. So even if Obama was fucking Malcolm X in disguise, what the fuck could Obama have done? He could have, and what I'm saying is, when I say that, I'm saying, what could he have done without the whole system turning on him? Because it would have. The system would have stopped Obama. Right? Now, I know that Obama didn't have any of those aspirations. That's not me saying Obama actually was Malcolm X in disguise. He wasn't, right? But I'm just saying, even if he was, there wasn't anything Obama, like, once again, there wasn't anything he could have done without it ending in tragedy for him. Like, they would have blew up the White House when he was sleeping in it if he actually turned out to be like a radical. Like, if they couldn't they would literally like drop a bomb on that house. Like, they don't give a fuck. They would have got that man up out of there so fast, and they couldn't have pew-pewed him. If he was like, you know what? I'm hiding in a bunker underground, and I'm doing everything from underground, and y'all ain't gonna see me while I'm in office, but I'm delivering, da-da-da-da-da. They would have sent in SEAL Team number 3, the same motherfuckers that found Bin Laden, to go out and sniff out Obama and blow that motherfucker up. Like, this system is not gonna let that shit happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to get the people. You have to get the people on the outside. That's the thing. The only way to fuck up the system is from the outside, not from the. You can't do it from the inside. It's impossible. You have to do it from the outside. You have to do it as a collective. You can never do it like one person will never be able to change the system. It won't happen. The one person can inspire everybody to change the system, but one person can never change the system.
Right.
It'll never happen.
Okay, so and me pointing out that men are useful because of their strength, which is I correlated to their stamina, like their ability to just go longer and things like that. In my head, there is this scenario where, let's say, because you said that it takes the people on the outside, it won't be taken down from the inside. On the outside, if we try and make steps to change things that are going on the inside, then there will be people that come for us. And then at that point, who will we be looking to be the defenders?
Us.
And you won't be would you be looking to your wife?
I'll be looking to everybody. I'll be looking to the collective. I would never look to an individual to protect me. That's crazy. I will be looking to the people.
For example, hold on real quick. For me, for example, right? Let's say that me and a group of ladies, 1,000 strong, got together and we decided that we were going to do something on the outside, right? And then next thing you know, the National Guard comes for us, right? Mm-hmm. And me and those 1,000 women, you are expecting us to fight that battle against men in tactical gear.
I don't expect 1,000 men to fight that battle.
Huh?
I don't expect 1,000 civilian men to fight that battle either. You see what I'm saying? I'm saying in that scenario, you're just talking about 1,000 women demonstrating somewhere, not weapon, no weapons, nothing, right? They're just protesting. And the National Guard descends on them. I wouldn't expect any fucking group of citizens to be able to fend off the National Guard. If they pulled out fucking weapons, if the state enacts violence against its own people, the only chance that people have is the collective. Men and women, you need everybody involved. You might even need some babies throwing some rocks at that point. Like, what? What are we talking about? This is crazy. I expect everybody. Hell yeah, I expect my wife to fight. If it's the state against the people, you asking me who do I expect to fight? Everybody. Let me just save us some time. We ain't got to go around. Everybody. Everybody. I'm looking at everybody. You a woman and you ain't fighting? Why ain't you fighting, ma'am? What the fuck are you doing? Pick that motherfucking rock up. Pick up that pew-pew. Get, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing? Move that motherfucking boulder out the way. Do something. The fuck are we talking about? That shit is crazy. I don't know what y'all are not damsels in distress.
That man started. No, that doesn't make sense because if I'm gonna go up against somebody just for speaking my word against somebody and they're coming at me like I didn't create this system where men are able to walk around like that, like you just said. So I didn't either.
Just key. We black. We didn't do it in this country either. Hold on. Just key. Hold on. Just key. If they enacted violence against black people in this country and no other group helped us, no other group helped us, what do you think, what chance do we have to survive that? Even if all fucking black people was like, yep, I'm gonna stand up, like what chance do we have against the state? Seriously, almost none, right? Okay. So if they did that, not to say that I expect non-black people to help us, but I'm definitely judging them niggas I'm definitely looking at everybody in this motherfucker like, Mr. Whitey, what? Don't let me survive it. I don't know if you ever seen The Patriot with Mel Gibson when he survived. Don't let me survive that shit. Or Braveheart with Mel Gibson. Do not let me survive this shit. I'm coming through on the horse. I'm whacking you in your sleep. Like, what the fuck? You sat there and watched us get slaughtered? Oh yeah, nah, everybody got to go if I make it through this. Everybody got to go. Everybody got to go. Because what you gonna do? If we win, what you think them people just gonna come along politely? Fuck no. Hell no. Fuck you. Nope. You gotta go. You either gotta get out of here or go under the guillotine. Which one you want? You choose. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. This is like easy for me to understand. Like, this is so easy for me. Like, I don't get what you're saying. Like, I don't know why you think women are like helpless or it's not their fight.
I don't think that women are helpless. I just don't believe that women should have to go out and fight for something that men, like, y'all allowed it. Like, even civilian men, y'all allowed it. So why should I have to go and fight for that?
Do you not want it? Do you not want your freedom?
But there's nothing I could physically do if I'm going to.
Who lied to you? Who told you that? Who lied to you? Somebody lied to you somewhere. That's a lie. I don't know what's going on. I'm telling you, I'm a fully grown man. I'm telling you, there is so much you can do. Physically, tons of shit you can do. Like, what are we talking? What are we talking about?
We're just talking about being an assassin and doing it undercover, because there's no way I'm going 5'4" up against a man that's 6'4", and you want me to go hand-to-hand combat with him.
Who told you this? What war getting fought? Just Key. What war is getting fought hand-to-hand? Like, come on now. Let's be serious. But also, you do realize that there was a time when women was out here whooping niggas' asses, right? Like, I don't know. Like,
no, I don't realize that. You gotta put me up on that.
Yeah, there was a time when women was the warriors. They was fighting. They was right with niggas, fighting right along the men's.
I don't know nothing about that. You got
women are more. Look, I tried to tell you. Women are more organized than men. Women communicate better than men. Women are more communal. Men, like, you don't think that would help you in a time of war?
Saying that men have just, if they're not useful, they have no purpose. Then men are just expendable at that point. So then yes, just send them to go fight at that point. If they have no purpose and they have no use.
What do you mean though? I'm not send who to fight? Who's sending them to fight? That's what I'm saying. Like, what are you talking about? And am I the point that we have to fight proves how useless we are. Why do we need to fight to begin with? Why do we need to fight to begin with?
Because they was already too weak and they let it get too far.
What do you mean they were already too weak? We were never too weak.
Yes.
Too weak against who? Against this fucker? Against these fuckers? You think we too weak to fight these fuckers? Are you crazy? What? When were we too weak?
They're running the show. Yes, absolutely.
We weren't too weak.
And I'm saying, hold on real quick. I want to clarify. When I say they were too weak, I'm talking about like back when Christopher Columbus and them touched down and stuff like that. And then they started giving out, oh, here you have a little piece of something so you can be satiated and you can rule over that little kingdom. It's like at that point in time, men chose to be like, oh, well, I can be the king of my kingdom. And I don't care if the other man is running everything else.
So you mean mentally too weak? Yeah, we definitely, we took the bait and we continue to take the bait. You're right. I agree with that. Venice said, ho, I'm fighting and using you for a shield. Damn.
Girl, I would not be out there fighting with you, boo.
Tawana said, Purple Rain astronaut wants attention. Nah, I ain't paying him no mind. Tanaka said, stamina with the Blue Chew Brigade. Okay, girl. Baji Baby said, can y'all quote unquote?
Like, what? I'm not gonna sit out here and fight and tussle with no man. No. And that's why I see their usefulness is their strength and their stamina. That's why I see them as useful, because I don't want to do those things. No, I do not want to pick up the trash. Can I do that? Yes. Can I build a house? Yes. Do I want to? No.
I'm not building a house either. I don't want to do that shit either. Go ahead. Hold on. Wait. Let me finish reading these. Baji Baby said, can y'all quote unquote prepared the mute button for her. Ice Queen said, if men have more stamina, then why are they tapping out during smacks after 10? Women's leg strength, we could ride for way longer. 5 on this Delulu pick me. Dark Oracle said, men are not stronger, they are just dangerous. That's true. Tonight just said, you eating with the blue nails and this fit, by the way. Thanks to Nigel. 3 said, YT women were wife slaves. They had no rights. They were trying to survive too. Yep. Trying to get in where they fit in. Jerry said, I've never heard a weaker minded person in my life. She is the weak person she's talking about. She has no willpower and no power. Prob, no stamina either. Stephanie said, she taking quote unquote, I'm just a girl too far. All right, go ahead, Naquan.
Yeah, I'm gonna just take it back for a minute. If Harriet Tubman wasn't brave enough to get all the men, or because it was her doing it herself.
Yep.
We wouldn't be free.
Yep. Some of us.
If we didn't have women in the Black Panther Party standing on the front line with us, we wouldn't have a lot of this freedom we have today.
They were the Black Panther Party.
Women
were the Black Panther Party.
Yeah, a lot of women. They did have a Black Panther, all women Black Panther Party too.
Yeah, I mean, it was like I think by the end it was like 70 or 80% comprised of women.
So it's not like women are weak. I'm gonna need you to break out of that, sister.
Yeah, women are definitely not weak. I don't.
never said women are weak. Like where y'all
Well,
getting that from?
but that's the inference.
Because I said that men are strong, and that is a usefulness that they have, is they have strength. That's
Okay, but women are more organized. Hold on, but just keep what I'm saying. Malcolm X said famously, Black people aren't outnumbered, we're out organized, right? That is the way that I feel about women. Women aren't out strength. They're not outmatched physically. They're just not collectively, they haven't organized enough collectively, right? Across all race, all whatever, class or whatever, women haven't organized, right? Same way Black people haven't organized. The same way poor people haven't organized. They disenfranchise us and keep us and blow us and spread us across the winds. And then people are disorganized, but we don't have a problem with strength. Women don't have a problem with strength, right? I don't believe that. I don't think women have a problem with strength. I think women can fight. I know women can fight. I know women could protect themselves physically. Like 100%. I know that. Like, that's like, you don't want to do it. Fine. I get the not wanting to do it. I don't want to fight for my freedom either. I didn't do this shit. I didn't bring us over here on boats. I didn't make us slaves for whatever fucking years. But if a fucking race war pop up, what the fuck I'm gonna do? Nah, I'm gonna leave that to y'all. Like, nigga, nah, we fighting. I'm fighting. We fighting. I'm in the streets. I'm doing shit. I'm active. Like, I don't know what the fuck. Like, there's no question about that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what's going on. That's just a wild take to me to be like, nah, y'all do it for your freedom. I don't know about that one. That's a little. I'm not leaving my freedom up in the hands of none of you niggas. No, with all due respect, I'm not leaving my freedom in the hands of none of you niggas. I gotta get involved. You know what I'm saying? Like, on some real for real shit. I need to get involved.
But yes, sister, I know women. I know quite a few women that would knock out dudes that's like 2 something
easily.
So like it's nothing.
Easily.
I've seen it done.
My sister had hands. Niggas was afraid of my sister in the hood. Niggas didn't fuck with me because niggas didn't fuck with me in my hood, not because of my brother. They didn't fuck with me because of my sister.
Yeah, that was my mom's. Uncles and them used to run and get my mom's. So it's not. You don't need a man to fight for you, and that's the thing that women have to break out of. I don't teach my daughter that bull crap. I don't teach it. If she needs me, yes, come get me. But you don't need me to fight for you. No.
Nah. What women need from men is to not hurt women. That's what they need. That would be great, right? But do they need us to protect them from other men? No, they don't. I don't believe that.
You don't believe that?
I don't believe women need us to protect them from men. I think if women organize, women could shut this whole shit down if they but I'm saying it would take the sheer numbers of it is, you know, what it would take, I'm saying, you know what I mean? But yeah, I think women could do it. You know what I mean? There's so many ways. I think they could do it without anybody getting unalive either, to be honest with you. But it would just take like all the women, you know what I'm saying? Like how they did in Iceland, it would take like all the women to be like, nope, we ain't doing it. And then it's over.
And they outnumber us.
Slightly.
Outnumber us.
I think right now men outnumber women globally. I don't know in the country.
In America, I believe they outnumber us.
In America, I could believe that. Yeah, I could believe that.
Like, yeah, outnumber us. What are we gonna do?
Okay. Well, I never said that women were weak. Until now, those words never came out my mouth. I just pointed out that men were useful because of their strength and their stamina. So we agreed to disagree, I guess. I don't think men are not useful.
Outside of violence, how are men useful?
Men listen to other men.
How does that make us useful?
Like right now, what you're doing. I've watched your lives plenty of times, and I've seen you come up. I've seen other men come up on the panel who disagreed with different topics that you've had, and you very eloquently and patiently spoken to them in a way that even if I, as a woman, were to say the exact same things, it would not get through to them. So, I mean, men are useful. I guess you could say just when it comes to communicating with other men, and I don't know the hierarchy of it. I don't know if it's a alpha thing or whatever.
I think I can see what's going on. So there's a disconnect. So I thought I explained it, but maybe I missed it. So what I'm saying is you would have to look at the need for a man to explain, like the fact that men don't listen to men is why men aren't really useful. Why the fact that men don't listen to women, I'm sorry, would actually lend itself to the idea that men aren't useful. Because why don't you listen to women? You see what I'm saying? Like, why do you need a man to explain something to you? Oh, interesting. That's crazy.
Then it's going to be a circular. It's going to be a circular conversation because it's just going to keep on going back to, well, men don't listen and men don't do these things. So why are you looking for a man to do those things when they don't do them? It'll continue to be.
Men don't do them because men condition other men not to do them, but we can do it. We need to do it. It's imperative for us to do it. That's what I'm saying, but it's not circular at all.
So if I say that men listen to you, and so I would need for you to be on the stage next to me so that you can speak to the male audience.
No, I hear what you're saying. I do. I understand what you're saying, right? I get the point you're trying to make. I think you think I'm saying this as an absolute statement, and I'm not, right? Because if I got up on that stage, there would be 5,000 men not giving a fuck. See what I'm saying? So overall, men wouldn't be useful. If there's 5,000 men to one of me, it's probably more than that. But if there's 5,000 men to one of me, how the fuck are men useful? There's 5,000 men out here causing harm, 5,000 men apathetic to the plight of women and oppressed groups of people. Like, how is that useful? Where's the usefulness coming into play? Is it in the room with us? I may not be like that personally, but I'm one man out of 5,000, 5,001. It doesn't add up. That would mean that because this is saying men in general, not all men, not no man is useful, but men as a collective are not useful.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. Like your dad could be useful. Your husband, your boyfriend, your son, they could be useful as fuck, right? But are most men like them? No. No. So most men aren't useful. Drop the most and just keep going. Men aren't useful. There we go. Doesn't mean all, just means most.
And if I'm not wrong, there was a study done, I can't remember what study it was, showing that women are more protective.
Women are, absolutely women are more protective than men. Absolutely.
So if y'all stop, we need these men to do this stuff, y'all can do everything that a man do. Literally everything.
And I do believe that. However, and like I do have a boyfriend and I do have a brother and I do have a father. And what I see and having certain conversations with them is that they want to feel useful as well. So if we're continuously being like, well, men in general are just no good, then that's going to create this energy of being like, well, if I'm no good and men are no good, then what do you need?
What worse? How much worse can men be? That's what I'm saying. I'm not afraid of men being like, well, I won't do nothing. And nigga, what the fuck is you doing now? Nothing. Nothing. Can't get no worse. That's my point. You think I'm afraid of men being like, oh, well, I'll just go take my ball. Go home. Fine, leave. Great. I would never be afraid of that. Men ain't doing shit. They not doing shit now. They wasn't doing shit 150 years ago. They wasn't doing shit 1,000 years ago to make this shit no better. That's how we got here.
Well, I'm not speaking from a place of fear. I'm speaking from a standpoint of being like, I'm seeing that the issue and the breakdown within relationships, like as far as like my brother and my dad, is that they don't feel useful. And then if we're telling them in general that men are not useful, then how is that? That is a them thing, not a us thing. Key.
Yeah,
that's their fault. Like, so women, hold on, wait.
500,000 that you're talking about.
Wait.
They who feel that way are the 500,000.
Hold on, wait. Women don't need to feel needed to feel a need or to fulfill or fill a role. They see it, they see a need, they feel a need. They don't need for you to tell them they're needed. They don't need for you to show them they're needed. Women just see it and they identify it and they go fill it, right? So why do men need to be told, oh, you're needed, man. Oh, there, you're needed, man. No, no, we need you. Like, what the fuck? Get over it. You see a need, fulfill it. Why do you need somebody to tell you what to do? That's that man shit. That shit is whack. You useless. If I got to tell you what to do, you're useless. Get out the way. I got it. I don't want to have to tell you all the what? That is so. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That pissed me off because I'm thinking about that in real time. Like how annoying that would have. How annoying is that to have to tell a motherfucker something all the fucking time? You got to tell them what to do all the time. You gotta reassure them they're needed all the time. How do you not know you're needed if there are people who need things? You see what I'm saying? You know that there are people who need things, right? There you go. You're not needed. Somebody needs to. Why does it have to be you specifically? Why do they have to come to that man? Why do they have to come to your brother specifically? Hey, Marcus, we need you. What the fuck? There's a need. Go do it. Knock it out. Done.
And that's an ego issue because
absolutely.
I don't care if my daughter, my mom's, or any female in my family tell me they need me. It's not gonna hurt my feeling at all. I'm
no, not even a little bit. No, don't care.
I'm comfortable in who I am. I don't need my ego stroke.
I love not being needed. I ain't gonna even hold y'all. I love not being needed. I love it. Oh my God, I can't wait for when my babies come home and I gotta cook and do I can't wait for the day that them little motherfuckers could cook and do everything on their own and I'm really not, you know what I'm saying? But I love when I'm not needed. That shit at work. When you go clock in at work, you like being needed at work? Fuck out of here.
Hell no.
Can't stand that shit. Oh my God. I go to work, they be like, oh, you know, we need you over here. I be like, oh, damn it, I just got in this motherfucker. Give me my hour to just not do nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Well, see, I don't personally feel that way. So do you think that that's probably how like most men probably think, is that they don't want to be needed? They don't like being needed?
Most men, what I'm saying is most men want to be needed, but the reason why men want to be needed is for control. They want to be needed for control. They don't, like I said, everybody is needed. There's a ton of things going on all the time. Everybody is needed. Right? So men are quote unquote needed, but you ain't worth shit if you're not going to feel the need. If you're waiting for somebody to tell you you're needed, you're done. You're cooked. I don't need you no more. I got to tell you what, oh my God, man. That's exhausting.
So I guess you can throw me
Keek said, hold on, wait. Keek said $5 on just. Hold on, wait. Keek said $5 on Just Key. Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead, Taylor. Sorry.
Yeah, so I guess you just kind of throw me off. I mean, if there is a general need for men.
No, there's a need for. No, there are needs. The needs are general. The needs aren't based in gender. The needs are general. There's a need, right? Anybody can fulfill the need or fill the need. It could be a man, but men don't do it. So now men are useless.
Well, no, I mean, I'm going back to what you were just telling Just Key. If she's got I guess if there is a general need from men, then men are useful. I mean, I know you're saying there's not a general need.
There's not a general need for men. There's a general need for people, men or women, right? There's a general need for men or women, people. But men are choosing to not fulfill those needs. Therefore, that makes them useless.
Okay, and then I want to speak back to what you were just telling Just Key about women. What if they are strong? They're not weak. I'm not saying that they are, but you're speaking in numbers. Okay, so if this militia of women get together and they're in numbers, are they just as strong as men in numbers as well?
I think they have advantages and disadvantages like everybody does in war. If you think that men would just dominate women in a war, you're fucking crazy. They wouldn't.
They're smarter than us.
That's what I'm saying. They're smarter than us. They're more tactical than us. They're less ego driven, which means they work together better than we do. You're saying that wouldn't serve well in war? I played sports my whole life. The most organized people typically win. In sports, I played against people that were bigger than I played against teams that were bigger than us, and then we beat them because we practiced the fundamentals better, right? And the opposite, I've been on teams where we were bigger, stronger, faster, and they beat the fucking brakes off of us because they was running plays, the timing was better. Like what are we talking about?
But you are working under the assumption that in general women are all of this, communicate that well and all these things. Women are calling me a pick-me because I have a difference of opinion.
That's not why they're calling you a pick-me, and that's a terrible. You're minimizing what they're saying.
That's why they're calling me a pick-me. There's no other reason. They don't know me. They're just going off of what I'm saying on here. Okay. And they're calling me a pick-me because of my statements and my opinions on here. They don't know me. Okay. So it still stands. They're calling me a pick-me and they don't know me. Okay. So how smart is that?
I mean, it could be smart based on what you were saying. They listen to what you were saying.
It's not. Me saying that men are useful because they have stamina and strength, that is true. If you put 1,000 men up against 1,000 women, y'all are saying, well, women are more tactical and more communicative. So no, you put 1,000 men up against 1,000 women, those men are going to demolish those women.
Based on what?
That's just based off of strength.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's not true. You're just making that up. That's an assumption you are coming to. And that's why they're calling you a pick. No, mine isn't an assumption. No, mine isn't. I didn't say who would win. I didn't say who would win. You guys saying men would win automatically, though, is stupid. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I never said men would win.
Hold on, Tyler, because you can't say that. Why? Because most men want to fight just because their feelings was hurt by another man. We don't think through nothing. We just want to jump in and start swinging. Women outthink men.
Often.
They literally outthink us.
All the time.
We don't think. We don't think.
I got one way. Hold on, wait. I got one way that women would beat men. I know men are weak. Because you know what they're gonna fold to? Vagina.
Right.
Open up a pussy parlor somewhere. And tell them soldiers to come in there and don't nobody be in there. Lock them motherfuckers in there and burn it up. Men are like mice men are like mice that fall into buckets, bro. When it comes to vagina, it's a wrap. Yell out, hey, who wants some head in the forest? Niggas gonna perk their heads up. What?
It's a wrap right there.
It's a wrap. Y'all in the forest. If y'all in some forest, put the speakers everywhere. Who wants some head? Them niggas gonna be like gophers out the hole. Just
only one of us gotta hear it. They gonna tell 10 people. That person gonna tell 20 people. That person gonna tell 100 people. It's a wrap. We're slaughtered right there. We don't.
They over here giving out. Hey, they over here giving out head. Hey, and if you go to the Forbidden Forest, nigga, they giving out jaw. Bet where? Nigga in the Forbidden Forest.
Nigga, they gonna cook afterwards.
Bet, nigga. Dead. Gone. Gone. I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all think I'm playing, man. Men are easy to trick, easy to manipulate. There's nothing that men have that women give a fuck about. There's nothing. Women don't give a fuck about your penis. Women don't give a fuck about how you look. Like, there is nothing you could trick women with from me. Like, you can't do it. You could force women into subservient roles. You can force them into it. Definitely. You can't actually trick women. You can't actually like persuade women with like dick or, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're not going to fall. They don't give a fuck about that.
How can you force them?
With violence.
With violence, but women are stronger.
But they are not organized. They haven't how do you think? What do you wait, Tyler? Hold on, Tyler. What do you think the women's suffrage movement was? What do you think was happening?
Wait, what was happening? Tell me.
What was happening? I'm asking you. Do you know what was happening?
I'm not 100%.
Yeah,
sure.
they were violent, bro. Them women were organized. They was blowing shit up. They were.
So you're saying
nah, I never. You already wrong. I never said every nothing. So you are every nothing. You already wrong. You're trying to straw man me. Don't do it. I never said every.
If 1,000 women got into one building.
Yeah, I don't even care about this. That's a dumb. I hate the. Yeah. I hate the hypotheticals. Y'all hypotheticals are always dumb.
Hypothetical the whole life. What the hell do you mean you hate?
I haven't been given. I just gave you a fucking historical fact. That wasn't a hypothetical fact. I mean, a hypothetical scenario. That was a fact.
Hypothetical with just Key the whole time. Come on.
What was hypothetical? Bro. She was giving the hypotheticals. I was just responding to him. I was just saying, like, that doesn't make sense. Just because you think that, or if 1,000 men and 1,000 women, what are you talking about? A backyard brawl? Why would that be the case? In a war? That's what would happen? Fucking idiot. That's not what would happen. It wouldn't just be 1,000 men lined up against 1,000 women in a fucking field. What do you think this is? You think this is the fucking the Red Coats versus the Americans? Like, we don't fight like that. How did the Americans beat the Red Coats during the Revolutionary War? They were outmanned and outgunned. How did they win? Like, y'all don't know shit about history. You know nothing about war. You know nothing. You know nothing about it. You're just saying stuff.
Men are stronger than women.
That's all you know. But you don't know anything about war. That's what I'm saying. You know nothing about strategy. You're just saying that. And I'm telling you that ideology has been disproven time and time again in history. Time and time again.
But women are so smart, yet they still can't seem to organize.
What? Are black people dumb? Are we dumb?
I think so.
You think black people are dumb? Okay. That's why they're calling you a pick-me, just so you know. In case you were confused.
Those thought processes usually go together.
Anti-black, pick-me usually go hand in hand. Yep.
Yeah. You have to ascribe to some kind of like anti-black racism in order to also justify like internalized misogynistic ideas. And a lot of it is like a denial of not only history, but an understanding of like war and all of these different kinds of ideas. Because if you think about the amount of times that women actually have successfully organized and women have been able to strategize in a way to move whatever goal they had, they not only met it but exceeded it. It has happened multiple times throughout history. Now, of course, because this information is intentionally suppressed, much like this information about Black people revolting is suppressed, then of course you would think, based on using like a fourth grade knowledge of history, that means that it doesn't exist. But just because the information is suppressed and a little bit harder to find doesn't mean that it's not there. It just means that you don't have access to it. And I think that for many people who make the argument that women aren't strong enough to strategize, they don't know about women's movements or Black people's movements where they actually have been able to successfully strategize, and maybe not in a larger scale in the same way that white supremacy has kind of corrupted the entire world. No, they haven't corrupted the world in the same way, but for sure they were successful at whatever goal it was they were trying to meet.
Facts. Damn. Yeah, that's
yeah. We all still live in a capitalist society, though.
Not everybody.
Yeah, no, you do. You included. We all
not everybody. And I think that's it. It's a very easy argument to say, that everybody is just ascribing to capitalism because that's the one that we see the most. It's the idea that we see the most. And for whatever reason, people think that these other ideas, these other types of societies don't exist. But like I said, when you don't look at the information, when you don't research the information, you think that it's only been one way, it only is one way, and it's only possible to be one way. But there are other ways. There are other ways that are working currently. There are other ways that have worked before. And there are other ways that people are ascribing to. Capitalism essentially will fall because that's just how that system works. It's an MLM scheme.
Yeah, it's made to fall.
A lot of people to sell it to.
Yeah, it's made to implode. I mean, it'll either, if not both, technically, it'll either destroy everything or it'll fall before it destroys everything. But yeah,
I dare to say that it'll do both. Truthfully.
No, that's what I said. I was like, it's either going to be both or it's going to just have to end because you can't have a system like that built on like this level of consumption and it be sustainable. Like it's just not. I mean, America. We have been in the industrial age for like a little bit over 100 years. It ain't even been that long. How much longer do the planet before the industrial age was perfectly fine. Even with all the wars and all the planet was perfectly fine. The industrial age kicked in late 1800s, early 1900s. They talking about it's over. They still they still giving people false hope talking about we can turn it around. We can't. We can mitigate some of the damage. We can't turn it around. No, it's over. It's all right.
That's valid.
Jazzy said it's because of black women that she even has rights. Drop. Sabrina said, tell her to scream, GV, get in front of me.
It's because of white man. Any of y'all can do what y'all do right now. It's because of white man.
Oh shit, she going in now. Hold on. Bright Brit said, listen, I'm windmilling, throwing trash cans like Spike Lee. Mama didn't raise no punk. Yeah, everybody got to fight. Come on now, we know that. Rayona said, these are the type of women that keep C. Diddy married. Dr. Zenio said, boys are socialized to be strong, giving advantage. 3 said, if most women withhold schmex for a time until we got the changes needed for humanity, women could be unstoppable and even rewrite the Constitution. Nigel said, I have folded a couple of guys when I used to fight. They bleed too. Babies hit hard. Like, come on now. You ain't got no hands. Ice Queen said, German Göring during the French resistance did use a brothel and was the key in winning that war. So this point has already been proven. 1942. Damn, I didn't even know that. Ice Queen said, all my super chats on the pick me bet. Yeah, hold on, let me add them up. Yeah, they on your dome.
I love that for you.
Oh man, 18. Oh my goodness. Hold on.
Sister, don't ever tell any other black woman.
We got 30 on key.
Because it was white men that y'all have y'all rights. Because if it wasn't for black women and the Black Party movement, white women wouldn't even have rights right now.
That's facts too. That's a fact. White women needed black women.
Yeah, don't ever fix your face up to say that again, because white men did not give you your rights.
They took them away.
Yes, white man is why you even on TikTok right now.
This app, hold on, Todd. Wait. This app was invented by a Singaporean man. But also, you can't give people rights. You can only restrict them, man. White men didn't give us rights. We were born with the rights. They restricted them. If I stole $100 from you and I gave you back 30, did I give you $100? Did I give you $30 even? No. I stole 100 from you initially. I gave you back 30. I'm the hero. That's what I'm saying. You talking about white men gave us the right. Who took the rights away to begin with? Was it them? Okay, then they didn't fucking.
Okay, and they're still controlling it. They're still controlling it.
I don't know how.
Y'all telling me to read a book. How many of y'all are in law school? You know you have to practice law in order to be a district court judge. You have to study law. You have to be a lawyer. You have to be an actual lawyer for years in order to become a district court judge. Those are the people that are in those rooms making the decisions that affect your lives. So you're telling me to read a book. How many of y'all are in school to be lawyers?
What?
I don't know how that goes together.
What?
But also, there are other subjects that you can study to be able to articulate this point, like anthropologists. Thank the Lord. Who did that?
To finish it out, it was basically it was Auntie, and then
where y'all find these women at?
And don't accuse me of paying them either, because I didn't. And between Auntie and Ice Queen, they went on and did it. We did it, Joe. Hey, Erica said, Key, your mama or your aunt or your auntie hurt you? Oh no, she asked you. She said, did your mama or your auntie hurt you? I don't think so. I don't like that. I don't like them takes. I don't like them takes like a woman hurt you. That's why you feel. I don't believe in that shit. I don't be thinking it be that. It be just that patriarchy. Shit be in you. Yeah. Shit get up in your bones like that. Let that tussin get down and up in there. That patriarchy get down and up in you. Like old girl. Like wait. Like old girl. Like what's her name? That was up here earlier. Come to find out, her baby daddy was putting hands and feet on her, narcissistically abusing her, and she up here caping for men. Yeah. Like, come on now. What that got to do with women? I ain't got no woman. Yeah, dope in me. I ain't got no. Why y'all? I don't be believing in the mommy wound shit. I don't be. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, wait, y'all niggas. Y'all gonna have to. Hey man, why? If the mommy wounds are so real, where the daddy wounds at?
You know what? The mommy wounds are usually a result of the daddy wounds.
That's what I'm saying. Why y'all? If the mommy wounds,
it's not to say that women aren't participating.
They are participating. Yep, some women definitely participate.
Yeah. And we've had this conversation before because you talked about some of the ways that you feel like your mom has participated. Mm-hmm. My grandma, child, she was out cold. But in that same token, like when you get to once you start digging, the sad reality is I know that my grandmother was a horrible mother because of the man that she was with. And because of her own father. Mm-hmm. Like when you get to the bottom of the story, the reason is like having a horrible father who was abusive to her mother. Then she was, of course, raised improperly. She meets a dude. It's my grandfather. He's terrible. You know, the cycle continues. Like that's usually how that goes. And a lot of women do the same thing that men do, but I dare say, like, even the lady who was just up here, they do it so much better than men. Like, if you notice, the women that come up here as pick-me's, they never get as piped up as the dudes.
Rarely. If ever. I'm just saying rarely just to in them other lives, BPG, I be seeing some of them, but you're right. It's 90.
I'm just saying specifically here though.
But here, no, they don't. You're right.
Some women go toe to toe.
Yeah.
I for sure have seen some.
I almost dropped the name. That's why I had to stop myself. I didn't want to be messy.
It's been a long week already.
I like, y'all got it. You got it. But
no, for like when they come up here and they're usually when they're in the same space as men who are just like blatantly misogynistic, there is a sort of softness to the pick-meism. And that's the most intriguing part. Because if you notice, even with the last lady that was up here, like she was very calm.
She agreed. She agreed to a lot. She agreed to so much shit. That's what was tripping me out. I was like, wait. She was like, no, yeah, that's true. And then Imani said in the comments, she said, Pub, she know you right. And I said, I believe so.
Like, it's kind of weird.
Like, let that shit go, man. Come on now. You know that shit crazy.
And they won't try to justify it by like even when you was telling her, like, so you think black people stupid? Like men get tripped up by questions like that because they be like, no,
that's different.
I don't mean men is stupid. I just mean the women. Like, if you asked that lady if she felt like black people stupid, she was like, well, yeah. All right, well.
Hey, say black people stupid, crazy, man.
She said, actually, you know what? I do.
That shit always hurt me when y'all be really saying shit like that. I be like, for real?
You said it so calm.
We still
like, yeah, you know what? Actually, yeah.
Damn.
I mean,
I ain't gonna even lie. I be feeling like them as gotchas. Like for me, I be like, gotcha. Then they be like, nah,
yeah,
no, yeah, we dumb.
That is what I believe.
Like, all right, man. Shout out my nigga.
You off a little bit.
It does. I don't be knowing where to go after that. I be like, oh, okay, you won. Touche, my nigga. Touche.
Because I can't even argue with you after that point. Like once you've made me sure that like, no, you really feel like women are lesser.
Mm-hmm.
You really feel like black people are unintelligent. Like I don't know where to go with that. I can't convince you otherwise, and I don't know if I want to try.
Nah, at that point it ain't nothing more you can say. When somebody say, well, it was already over saying that women are inferior. I don't know. That was just a weird. I'm like, how are women? And them motherfuckers always want to talk about shit. Y'all be really. I'm so happy that I don't underestimate people.
Yeah.
I'm dead serious. Like, I'm really happy that I have, like, you don't underestimate people. You just don't do it. I don't underestimate people. Right? I'm sure of myself, but I don't underestimate people at the same time. I know what I can do. I know what I'm capable of.
Yeah.
But I would never be like on some like, nah, women can't beat men. You line up 1,000. You talking about what, in a kickboxing match? Okay, yeah, I got the men's on that one. I do. I got the men's on that. But war? Where there's angles and shit? Nah, I don't know who the fuck gonna win. Coin toss. I don't know who gonna win that shit. That's a coin toss.
Because what a stupid point to make. Because in a war with men versus men, of course they can always say that men win.
Yeah.
Like duh.
Yeah.
If even the example you use is like it was a bunch of men versus a bunch of men. There's never a point where you're going to say that a man lost because who is their, opposite counterpart? And that would have to be women. Now, there have been wars where women have won and men have lost.
Yep.
Like, those things exist. Now, people don't know about them, but they exist.
Joan of Arc.
Man, the homies.
Mm-hmm.
Like, those were a group of women who was quite literally going around, like, kicking butt and taking names. Like, they was like modern-day Power Rangers. Like, they were able to successfully compete with men in war. We don't know about those things readily because of the fact that that information is intentionally suppressed.
Mulan.
But if you're making the argument, yeah, that's true. If you're making the argument that, who would win in a head-to-head, but you know that, like, the head-to-head is men versus men as opposed to men versus women, it's a very weird take because a lot of the questions that honestly are being asked are to pull you in to humanize it. Like if you ask a man, okay, especially I'll keep using black men as an example. If you ask a black man if he feels like women are less than him, and he says yes, then you say, okay, do you feel like black people are less than white people? The human aspect of how he sees men, particularly black men, will cause him to go, you know what? No, I don't think that black men are less than white men, but I still think that black men are more than black women. The human aspect of him being able to humanize other black men is always going to prompt him to be like, no, I can't agree with that. I don't think that black men is less than white men. But if you add, he can't see the humanity in black women. So he's never going to be like, oh, well, yeah, I get that. I understand. He can see the humanity in men. Pygmies in particular, they don't see the humanity in men and they don't see the humanity in women. They see them for their efforts and for, money and access, blah, blah, blah. And they see women as tools for that. So when you ask them, hey, do you feel like, black men or men are less than women are less than men? I'm sorry. They're going to say yes. And then you ask them further, like, okay, do you feel like black men are less than white men? They're going to also say yes. Like they're going to double down.
PR Pinup said the night before the 1,000-man versus woman fight, we going to tell the men's that we will cook for them. Poison over before it starts. Like, also real for real shit, y'all. Y'all got it. Come on now. Let's get. We could do better. We could do better than men strong, women weak. So men have advantage. Like, come on. We gotta a little bit. Let's try a little bit harder than that. It ain't that easy. It ain't that easy.
Because men are deeply controlled by vagina.
That's what I said. That's what I was saying.
That launched 1,000 ships.
There you go. What was that?
One example.
The Greek woman. What's her name? Hetty with an H.
Helen of Troy.
Helen of Troy, yeah.
Every single time. Every time. And I absolutely love every version of that movie. I have watched the historical references. I have no idea why. But every time I watch it, the part that cracks me up the most is that everybody always blames her because, you know, she left with this man, which we already know based on, you know, history. She probably didn't leave with that man. He probably saw her, wanted her, took her, and that was that.
Mm-hmm.
But nevertheless, the story is that she left with the man, and her husband got so pissed that he waged a war that involved all of the Greeks against Troy, which he already wanted to defeat.
Yep.
The fact that a man would wage war and bring in all these other nations to one city to completely pummel that entire city and all of its citizens because his wife left him for another man. Like, sir, chill out. You can sit through waiting to exhale. You ain't that a you can, like, chill out.
Real. Man, yeah. I gotta go. I gotta wrap it up though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go on it. I'm gonna go on and wrap it up. It's 1:40. Jones, you waited to the last minute, bro. I gotta go. I'm about to eat lunch. Y'all know about to hold me hostage here for y'all know I'll start letting y'all up and get the yapping for fucking 2 more hours and be late. But I appreciate y'all for real. I'm about to wrap this thing up. I'm out of here, man. I'm hungry as hell.
No, that's fine. I need to go record this YouTube content anyway. I'm glad.
Yeah, go and do your thug thizzle. Come back. I might be come back tomorrow, man. Earlier. Come up with your boy. Come rock out with your boy, man. All right, BBG. I appreciate it. Hey, y'all. Definitely bang the cash app one time on the way out. Shout out to my tappers, yappers, and super chatters. Shout out to everybody that hit the cash app. I love y'all for real. Best mods in the business. You know what it is, man. Comment cousins, y'all was commenting. Shout out to all the haters, man. We need you. Okay, come back tomorrow. We love you. Everybody that joined the panel, everybody that participated, love y'all for real. Yeah, I'm gonna go eat me some lunch. Call it a day. I'll holla.